champions, champions of Europe finally. History made in Istanbul. The treble complete.
History makers. For the first time ever, an English club have won 4 titles in a row.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Typical City, another watch along, this time FA Cup 5th round, and it's Plymouth Argyle. Here we go, come on City, fucking come on, into the quarterfinals, we've got to do this. The lineup is an immediate cause for concern, and immediately City fans were going, oh, Pep mate, do you want to fucking win this or what, Pep mate? I think they're going to win. I think we're going to win, and I think this team is going to get the job done. But we are running a risk with some of the decisions that he's making. Two, to be honest, 2 players for me that I'm surprised are starting in this starting 11 for Manchester City today is Bernardo Silva and James McAtee for me. I've got no problems with them as individuals, first of all. We need to talk about them respectfully as individuals. I just feel like it should have been Nico Gonzalez and Marmoush. And I think that would just be too much for Plymouth to handle in this game. I feel like we'd have just taken the game to them and, put the game to bed nice and early. Now, you're looking at the bench and thinking, yeah, that bench is going to hopefully bail us out when we need bailing out. Hopefully we don't. That's the point. Why not just get the job done in the first half is the point I want to make. But, guys, make sure you're smashing that like button and subscribing if you're new. And if you're interested in becoming a member, the link is in the pinned comment as well. I put a post there before, I'm sure something before. What did I put? I think I did a quiz or one of those polls, whatever it is. That was it. There you go. So what are City's chances? What do you think are City's chances of winning the FA Cup? And I gave 59% of you think 75 to 100% chance of winning, and 31% 50 to 75. There's still 3% of you that think 0 to 25% chance of winning. Surely we get to a final, though. Surely, obviously look at the draw plays a part. But, yeah, not many of you think it's no chance, which is good, I suppose. But only 3% and 7%, 25 to 50%, which I think is interesting. So I think there's a lot of positivity. But let's say hi to everyone, first of all. Paparazzo, you were in here nice and early, mate. How you doing? And James became a member while lingering around. James, mate, just showing your support for Typical City. It is very much appreciated, mate. And then Douglas decided to have a few drinks and spouted the whole Hamlet play. What are you doing, Douglas? What are you doing, mate? Just spamming the whole Hamlet play. Well, that's not the Hamlet play. You're talking about sphincters and 6+ victories. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Douglas, to be honest. But here we go. I'm not going to read it out, mate, because, I'm going to make a fool of myself trying to reiterate Shakespeare. But here you are speaking on Shakespeare. The whole play, by the seams of it. And I'm not surprised you weren't there with a skull in your hand like this, going, acting! And then, a bit of a touch of Hamlet to lighten the mood. Yeah, it did nothing of the sort, Douglas, but I appreciate it. Adriano, mate. Don't apologise, mate. I'm glad you're at the game. I hope you have a good day, mate, most importantly. Enjoy yourself at the Etihad. I can't say I don't miss it, because I do. I do miss going to the Etihad. I can't remember the last time I went for a game. It was before I started this YouTube channel properly. I do miss it. Church, big up to you, mate. 6-0 you've gone for. What did you say today? Galactics. You're running out of words, mate. You are running out of words. You need to have a word with Douglas, mate. He seems to know the whole Shakespearean dictionary. I'm pretty sure. Didn't Shakespeare come up with like 75% of the dictionary or something like that? He came up with the word brilliant and things like that. It was all Shakespeare who came up with that, I believe. So have a word with Douglas, who seems to be in there with Shakespeare. So have a word with him. Big up to you, Phil. How you doing, mate? And Narupt as well. 4-0 you've gone for. Titanium, good to see you. Merlag's gone 4-2. Jason, good to see you, mate. You came nice and early, mate. Are you from America? Are you from America, if I remember rightly? Or are you not from America? Or no, you're not the guy who shouted at me through spoons, are you, the other day? Some guy saw me in spoons and was just like, oh, hello, like that. That's not you, is it? Pretty sure that's not you. Pretty sure you didn't do that face that I just did either. Pink Kennedy, good to see you. Etcha Messi hat-trick. He's not even playing, mate, so we'll get onto the team news in a minute. But I did enjoy the little video that City loved doing with introducing them to the team and to us, the fans, get to see a little bit of insight, how his medical went and all that sort of stuff. So he looks a happy lad, doesn't he? A very positive, upbeat character. Doesn't seem very shy, lots of smiles. I like that. I'm getting a little bit of Aguero vibes. There was a quiet cockiness to him. And I mean, I'm being very, very judgmental here. I mean, I'm going off his body language and the facial expressions, you know what I mean? So we want to see it on the pitch, do you know what I mean? But I do believe that he looked a pretty happy man. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Echeverri can deliver, but we're not going to see it today, unfortunately, because he's not even on the bench, is he? So, yeah, I was kind of hoping we'd see him on the bench at least, but not to be. Cynthia, good to see you, 4-2, Man City fan. Vert's links are heating up, mate. I am so excited for next season. I mean, that's the only alternative following this season. If you're not feeling excited for next season, then God help you. Because this season, the only way is up from this season, following our, considering our standards mainly. There's definitely a lot of room to go down for Manchester City, don't forget that. But considering our standards, I feel like up is the next point of direction that we're going to be going. And hopefully to the top of that league. Roll Mops, what a great name. I really enjoyed saying that. Erling Haaland's in the house. Good to see you, mate. 91 City. Very realistic scoreline there. Christine, good to see you as always. Messi Magic. Carmi's gone 6-0. And Solar Beatbox, see you there as well, mate. Wag1 Famalam. Not sure what that means, mate. But big up to you. And I saw a little super chat in there as well. William as well, good to see you. Did you see the La Liga president cry about City? I did. I saw it, mate. I thought, I just went, he's doing it again. He's crying again. You know what I mean? I thought very little of it, to be honest. I thought, like, there's nothing there, really. He's just having a pop at us again. That's all it is. It's just stirring the pot. That's all he's doing. I feel like it's a little dig before the announcement about the 115, because the rumours are very good for Manchester City with regards to the 115, and Pep's extraordinarily confident in his pre-match press conference when he's talking about it, and when any questions about it towards City officials seem very, very positive. So I think he's getting a bit worried that UEFA didn't do their job, the Premier League are not doing their job, in the eyes of rival fans, that job being sink the ship that is Manchester City. They're not doing their job properly because we're still floating. We're merrily in a little, we're in a little lilo at the minute. We're in a little bit of a lifeboat right now, but we're climbing back up in our ship, and we're going to be going and sailing through the fucking rivals and ploughing through them all. Before we know it, we're going to be picking up trophies left, right and centre. You fucking mark my words. Right here, right now, this is what we're doing. Big up to you, Paddy, for the support as well, mate. Really appreciate that, mate. Big up to you as well, Jeff. Eating some squashies and ready for a win. Jeff sent me a little video yesterday of his lad eating squashies. Everyone in the UK knows what squashies are. Squashies, absolutely brilliant. And his little lad was really cautiously, Desmond, isn't it, Jeff? Desmond is your lad, or Finnan. Which one was it? Is it Desmond or Finnan? I can't remember which lad it is. I think it was Desmond. It's strange that I know your children's names. Isn't that weird? Isn't it a weird world we live in where I've never met you in my life, but I know both of your children's names? That's a very peculiar world we live in, isn't it? But big up to your children. And they were very cautiously eating a squashy, like, what is this UK chemical contraption you've sent me here? I'm a bit cautious with it. I bet once he tasted it, I was like, boshing him, mate, because I can polish off a pack of squashies in about 5 minutes, mate. But big up to you, Jeff. I hope he enjoyed him, mate. And QWERTY as well for you've just become a member. Big up to you as well. Our City must make the Champions League for Vert. 100%. That's what you're thinking about with regards to getting into the, top 4. Probably get away with top 5, to be honest. And you also love squashies, mate. They're fucking unbelievable. I could only send you, I think I sent you 2 packs, didn't I, Jeff? Anyway, enough about squashies. The lineup. What are we doing here? There's too many old people in the starting 11 for me. Too many people who have proven that they struggle to move this season. They're not the most immobile midfield you could possibly imagine there. With Bernardo Silva, Gundogan and Kevin De Bruyne seemingly the spine of Manchester City today. You're thinking the technicality of those 3 players. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it for those people that are panicking. I'm one of them, by the way. I am a bit worried about it because I saw Plymouth against Liverpool, and one thing they didn't lack was physicality. They put themselves about, they were big, they were mobile, and, well, yeah, not the most technical, and that's probably where we will trump them. We'll beat them in that department, you like to think, today. The muscle memory surely kicks in for these players that, yeah, fair enough, they're not having great seasons, all three of them, really. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, none of them are having a good season by their own standards, but surely the muscle memory of all the years gone by kick in, and they just know what they're doing. And against the level of opposition that's Plymouth, that's not them, is it? It's the kids, innit? I was like, fucking hell, they're not that physical, are they? They look about 9 years old, them lot, and they are 9 years old, because that's the kids. That's not, they're all warming up though, so I was like, oh, fucking hell, they're getting ready for a little bit of a match here. But Plymouth, apparently they've brought a big contingency with them today, so they're going to make a bit of a noise, I believe. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently City had to refund, which is, I know it's an ongoing problem, and as someone who, and I know you guys obviously in the chat right now, I doubt you're at the stadium, and if you are, big up to you at the stadium, and if you get to go one day, enjoy yourselves. But for those that go to the grounds regularly know that ticketing is an ongoing problem for City right now, and they refunded a lot of Plymouth fans who managed to get tickets in the home end, and they were going to overtake our stadium today, because I don't think there's going to be it's going to be a full house from City fans. I don't think we're going to sell out. So if they start popping up in little pockets all over the stadium, before you know it, we're playing an away game with an atmosphere that's very much in favour of Plymouth. So I'm glad they did that. That's really important, because, I mean, by law, by the rules of the game, they have to have a certain amount of percentage in the FA Cup. They get a bigger allowance, don't they? So they're going to fill up an end, probably. But yeah, look at that jacket. Look at that jacket. If you're watching on ITV4 now, there's a guy donning the most spectacular gold jacket you've ever seen. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all good. Make sure you're hitting the like button. No need to be worried, says Phil. And Ryan says our lineup is like a queue for bingo. It's like, what is it? Desmond Douglas, 22. Bingo! Fucking hopefully we strike lucky tonight, mate, and get ourselves into the FA Cup quarterfinals, because I mean we got to be favourites at this point, haven't we? I snapped these off. How shit are these, by the way? Nowadays bottles. Now the cap's attached. I know it's for recycling purposes, but like I can't drink my bottle anymore. Do you know what I mean? I have to hack it off because I'm just stabbing my face with my bottle cap. Pissing me off. Hello. Good to see you, Micah. Been a while, bud. How long has it been? I missed the last watch-along, by the way. All sorts going on in my world right now. All sorts. Moving house. I'm still in this house, as you can see. But it's getting close. I'm moving to a temporary house. That's in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to be streaming and making videos in a temporary house. Before, we've had an offer accepted on a permanent house, so we've got to move to a temporary house to make the move go through, and plus we're living on a building site right now, so it's not ideal. But yeah, crazy things have been going on in my life right now, not just regarding the house move as well, but I'll get onto that another time. Like, Jesus Christ, like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But big up to you, mate. How you doing? Thank you for the super chat, Micah. Appreciate it, mate. QWERTY, again, thanks for the super chat. Firstly, squashies. Enough said, I think. Enough said. I had a bag somewhere. I think I might have a bag downstairs. You're making me hungry, mate. Secondly, there is a high chance Gundo is planning for a contract extension. I respect him, but his age is an issue. Your thoughts? He's already getting it by the sounds of it. Pep said that he's going to get a contract extension at the end of the year, apparently. So, make of that what you will. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think next season he's going to be a squad player, coming on 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, be a strong positive influence in the training ground, because I know before he went to Barcelona, he was he was allowed into the coaching room, he was allowed into the meetings with Pep and his coaching staff, and he was getting involved, and he took a youth game, didn't he, Gundogan, to learn, get his coaching badges and learn how to be a coach, basically. And that's his goal now. He's not interested in the media side of things, so big up to him. Maybe we could be looking at Gundogan following the path of Arteta and Maresca, Vincent Kompany, all these managers that have gone on to be a fairly good success at the top of the game, or they are right now. Gundogan could be the next one, you know, and he's going to play his trade at Manchester City while being a player next season probably, but I don't think he'll be getting anywhere near the minutes that he's been getting this season. Nowhere near. And if he does, I'm worried. I'll be very worried for next season because I think he's been an amazing servant for us, but clearly he's not good enough to hold down that midfield position long term for a whole season. Do you know what I mean? Not for me, anyway. Players are out. What's your predictions, everyone? Get your predictions in. Because there's not that much confidence in there. Jonny, YouTube has done that thing where it changes people's notifications preference, asks people to update them to all. Do what Scott says and update them to all. I didn't know it had done that. So everyone, get in the notification settings of your YouTube app. If you are ticking the bell icon on my channel, make sure you are doing that first of all, because then you get notified whenever I make a video, which is pretty much every day. So maybe don't do it. Some people get pissed off with notifications. I turn off my notifications. I'm not going to tell you to turn your notifications. Who wants the phone going bzz, bzz, bzz all the time? So annoying. So annoying. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. No one likes that. So annoying. I'm sure you know where YouTube is. Come and find me when you're ready to find me. But big up to you, Scott. For those that do want notifications turned on, mate. Yeah. It's annoying having it turned off for people who want to be notified by my videos and things like that. So make sure you've checked that. James McAtee, I've gone for him up front, by the way. And he's kicking the game off, which he's just done right now. He's just kicked the ball right there. He's just done it. Game's underway. FA Cup, let's go. Come on, into the quarters. A lot of empty seats. A lot of empty seats. What are your predictions, everybody? I can see them all piling in. Joey G's gone 4-1. Danny's gone 6-0. Mittel 7-2. How 7-0. YouTube edits 4-0. Vita Heist there, getting the ball back to Ortega. Pretty composed. Jamar Wavy 6-1. Alexander 2-0. I thought that was a year. 2014 0. Prod by Czech 2-1. Carlos, we're losing 2-1. Carlos, mate. And you've got a here's Jonny in there as well. Here's Jonny. That's a little nod to me, is it? Probably not. Probably not. I very much doubt it's a nod to me. Taking all the credit for... what's the movie? What's the movie? Oh my God, I can't believe I've forgotten the movie. Shining. There you go. Gian, 3-1. 115 0. I can't wait till that 115. We're going to be shoving it down everyone's throats, man, when we get that 115. Once we deal with it, we are going to be spamming it in all the chats, aren't we? Ball down the line here for Plymouth to chase. Ortega's just letting it roll out for a goal kick as Bundu chased him. I hate when there are no notifications from you. Well, apologise, Micah. YouTube has done me dirty, and probably a lot of other YouTube channels as well, by the sounds of it. So it's not just me who's suffering. Oh, good. I get everyone's wrong, Gian. I get everyone's name wrong. So I'm pleased. I'm pleased with myself. We've had a couple of new signings at City, haven't we? That have just the names for is it Kusanov, Kusanov, and then who saw Heiss? No one said Heiss. The first time we read that name, I don't think there was a single person other than a Portuguese native speaker or someone from Brazil who was Portuguese native speaking would have pronounced that correctly. Heiss. I didn't see that one at all. Even Sky Sports and the English mainstream media were calling him Rice, weren't they? And we were all getting ready to go Rice, Rice, baby, weren't we? We were all getting ready, weren't we? We were all going to do it. And that's gone. Can't do that anymore. Haste, haste, baby. There's no song. There's no song for that. But City dominating the ball. Here he is. Heist, heist, baby. Ball out to Bernardo Silva. Make sure you're hitting those likes up, everybody. Help me spread the word. Get people to know about typical City that don't already know. Ball over the top here for Rico. I think the system's going to be interesting today, what we do with Rico. Ball on the edge of the area, City knocking it about. Rico's pinball, edge of the area. Ball breaks to Jack Grealish, shot blocked. Up in the air, still not away though. Nico O'Reilly nods it back into the edge of the area. And Sorin, what's his name? Sorianalo, I think his name is. No Hardy for Plymouth today. He was the goal scorer against Liverpool. He was the man who took the penalty, Hardy, who knocked Liverpool out. Gave me a Hardy when he did that. Sorry. 3 minutes in, and there's already a penis joke. Let's go. DS Ford, good to see you, mate. I'm going with 2-1, but I don't like this lineup. Me neither. Me neither. Do you know what? It's only 2. I mean, it's almost the exact... Yeah, I predicted this lineup, bar 2. I just put no Bernardo Silva. In my predicted starting 11 for the preview, I'd had no McAtee and no Bernardo Silva. And it had Marmoush up front and Gonzalez in midfield. And I think that would change a lot. It would add... I think the Gonzalez thing for me is the biggest one. As much as I think McAtee... I think a lot of people are probably quite excited about McAtee because I feel like he's not got the minutes that he probably wants. I think a lot of City fans want to see more minutes for James McAtee. I do think people got a little bit excited about that great bit of skill that he did against Leicester in the second half to get us 2-0 up, to get the ball to Haaland. It was an amazing bit of skill, really good. But we all thought that's it now. He should be starting every game after that, which I thought was a bit excessive. But I agree with the excitement that we saw from that skill. And I do think he deserves more minutes that he's got. And I think Pep's... He mentioned something in the pre-match, Pep, didn't he, about... Here's Jack Grealish. But he mentioned something about the celebrations of John Stones and the celebrations of James McAtee and how much it meant to them. Because I remember John Stones in particular. His ball into Foden here, lays it off to Gundogan, edge of the area, little Cruyff turn onto his left foot. He's going away from goal, but overhits it. And out for a goal kick with a pass attempted to find Kevin De Bruyne. But it is it's a harsh word, arrogant, isn't it? It's a harsh word, but I'm finding it hard to disagree with you, to be honest, mate. I'm finding it hard to disagree with it. It's a little bit risky, isn't it? A bit risky. But Pep playing McAtee, I think, is okay. I think it's just okay. For me, it's like get Marmoush some minutes because he wants to get goals. He wants to get... just an understanding, a chemistry, a relationship built up with his teammates. And I think that's even more applicable to Nico Gonzalez because that's a position of the pitch that takes a long time to get used to in this Manchester City side and what Pep demands of you in that position. And I think it was a good game for him to get those minutes, and especially considering Forest is 7 days away. There's a big gap between this game and the next game. Obviously, he's thinking about we did play 3 days ago, didn't we? So, playing the game. But he came off Nico Gonzalez, which made me think he was going to start. He came off in like the 70th minute. Ball over the top here for Bundu, and it's offside. But yeah, Nico Gonzalez came off in that game against Spurs. So did Marmoush, which made me think, well, that's good. He's taken him off that little bit earlier. The 20 minutes before the final whistle, give him that 20 minutes rest that, having played an extra 20 minutes 3 days earlier, it's a big difference at this level, a big, big difference. And I really thought he was going to play him. Obviously not. I haven't even given you my prediction, have I? Because Polo's asking. I'm going to go 4-0. 4-0 City. That's what I'm going to go for. But yeah, try not to spam, Polo, mate, if you don't mind, mate. Oh, Bernardo Silva. So the system isn't quite what I've put. Never, always. Trademark. It's a trademark on this channel, isn't it? Whenever I want to reference the City team and do that, it's never, ever there. Never. There you go. So Bernardo Silva's on the right. Foden's in the middle with McAtee. Grealish is on the left, though. So I really thought it was going to be McAtee as a false 9, but it looks like we've almost got 2 up front. It's almost like, well, there's no Haaland, so we'll just, to compensate for the absence of Erling Haaland, we'll put 2 tiny people up front instead. Just to circumvent the physical absence of Erling Haaland. Because they're both very close to each other. Ball switched to Grealish, who brings it under control at the byline. Looking for someone to give it to, plays it out to De Bruyne, who's on the corner of the area, whips it back post, poor ball from Kevin De Bruyne over everybody's head and out for a goal kick. Oh, tell us what the Bournemouth final score was. I missed it. I know it was 1-1. How did it finish, everybody? Because Rahul's just said, I don't know what that means. Like, pens. Is it happening now? Is it really? Penalties now. Oh, let us know what's going on. Because obviously Wolves, for me, is the preferable team that you want to go through. Mateus Cunha, apparently, I haven't seen it. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it. He's sent off. No way. Apparently he scored an absolute worldie. A worldie of a goal. And he's been sent off as well. No way. No way. Seeing Bournemouth are not a side I want to face right now. At all. They're a very good side. Really worry me. Bournemouth do if we had to face them in the FA Cup. We've got to play them soon. Thankfully it's at home. We've already lost to them away, haven't we? And I think we got lucky. What was it, 2-0 or 2-1? I think it was 2-0, wasn't it? I felt like it could have been a lot worse than that on the day. Is it 4-4? Wow. I can't lie. I love a good penalty shootout. I wish I was kind of watching it, to be honest. But City knocking it around. Plymouth have done nothing so far, which I don't feel like that's anything to be proud about from a City point of view. It's just a case of Plymouth trying to size up how much defending they're going to have to do. They've tried to go down the outside of us a couple of times, overhit it with Bundu trying to be the outlet for Plymouth today. Ball in, here you go, Phil Foden. And he's tried to take it into his stride. Is that a corner ball, though? It looked like City might be... Yep, it's corner ball. I thought Phil Foden just overran it at first. But good little layoff. Jack Grealish inverting here. Tucking inside Jack Grealish, getting into that number 10 position on the edge of the area. Lays it off for Phil Foden, who tried to take it into his stride into the penalty area, but it was nicked off him. Excuse me. Corner ball. Space for Jack Grealish. Corner. And it's smashed into the back of someone. Plymouth are not happy. There's a lot of pointing and gesturing. Completely switched off there. Plymouth and a big pocket. They've won one away game all season, by the way, just to make you feel a little bit better about our chances today. They've won one away game all season. Get ready for number 2. Short corner. James McAtee and De Bruyne are linking up. Same again. Jack Grealish, not as free as he was last time, but edge of the area, Phil Foden, free as a bird. Wide. He's taking a deflection. That should have been 1-0. Bournemouth are through. That's annoying. I think Foden there. Oh, it was going in, you know. It took a little deflection off Maxi, which I think his second name's Katic. He was a warrior against Liverpool. I remember him. He's the big block ball back post here. Bernardo Silva keeps it alive. Handball. City are asking for handball. City are asking. They're asking. Is it going to be? Is it going to be? I need to pop my ears. I've had a cold lately, so I'm a bit bunged up. You know when you just suddenly can't hear anything? It's a handball. It's a harsh one because it's like... I was listening to someone the other day about handball. People, he's not going to give it. It is out of his body. And I mean, if VAR's here, which I believe... There's semi-automated offsides today, which is interesting. So no handball. I mean, if... Yeah. What are the rules on handball, man? And this is what I was going to talk about. This time, whipped straight in, flicked on over the bar by Gundogan. Near post header, got a little bit too much on it. If anything, there, Gundogan he just needed to glance off your head rather than get a nice strong connection because he got too much on it and he flicks it over the bar. Big up to you, Captain Kringles, for becoming a member. Massively appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much for your support. Have you got a sinus ear infection? I get terrible sinuses. I do, Christine. It's not good. Sinus pain's the worst. It is the worst. But yeah, the whole handball thing is a load of bollocks, innit? I mean, like, because I heard someone saying the other day, like, no, it's not a handball. Like, what's he supposed to do? Even though his arm's out here. Well, that's the rules, though, isn't it? That's the rules. If your arm comes away from your body, an unnatural position, De Bruyne here, sprayed out and he's overhit it. McAtee's going to do well to keep it in, and he does. Keeps it in onto his left foot. Just about gets it to De Bruyne. Rico now. Inside to Nathan Ake. City need to get a goal here because we've been dominating the ball and we've created decent opportunities. A couple of sloppy touches here and there from City, but not poor. We've not played poor by any stretch of the imagination. But Plymouth look like, you know, we can really do some damage here. If we played better, here you go. McAtee's shot blocked. Edge of the area is going to be Grealish again, is it? Nods it up in the air. And Plymouth can come away here with it. But O'Reilly's going to stop it, is he? No, ball fed down the line. One for Bundu to chase, and Nathan Ake gets across, gets the ball back to Ortega. Pick up Douglas. Like and subscribe and even join if you can be arsed. Yeah. And if you can't, don't worry about it. Pick up Douglas. It was dubious. It's just the uncertainty of it. What pissed me off is the referee seeming so certain about something that was so uncertain. That's what annoyed me most about it. VAR doing what they did. Bernardo Silva dinks it back post. It's going to be Jack Grealish at the back post. Lays it off. McAtee. Oh, he's tried something there with a bit of a side foot volley. I think he got caught in two minds, really. I thought he was about to, you know, aggressively volley it with the laces. But instead, he goes for a side foot volley with a little dinky chip sort of thinking behind it. And I'm not sure what, in the end, it's just scooped over the bar. I'd like to see Marmoush play, mate. I would. I play casually and I manage my lads' football team. Not at a decent level, but just manage my lads' football team. They won this morning. And he scored as well, played well. He had a cold as well. He was coughing his guts up, running around the pitch like... and then he bags a proper scabber little goal. Goalkeeper pissing around with it. Pissing around with it. And my lad just went, fucking have some of that, mate. You're going to piss around with it? I'm going to nick that off you and put it in the bottom corner. Don't mess around with it. Pep Guardiola pressing. That's what it was. But anyway, City 0-0 with Plymouth. That's the big blonde lad at the back for Plymouth, number 40. He was a warrior. He was against Liverpool. All these balls were coming in with like 10-15 minutes to go, and he was defending with his life at the back post. So yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us. We're gonna have to play a little bit more intricately to beat this Plymouth side. But that was away for Liverpool. Whereas we're at home today. So you like to think we should be getting the job done here, considering, like I said, they've won one away game all season. But still, 16 minutes to go. Plymouth can be reasonably pleased with the number of shots that have actually tested Hazard, the goalkeeper. But there's still been opportunities that City should have done much better with, in all honesty. And Grealish being a bit casual on the ball there, got it taken off him. Ball over the top. That's what the game plan is, clearly. Get the ball back into the outside channels. And I mean, it's been working for a lot of sides this season. Ipswich did it at the Etihad, didn't they? They went 1-0 up playing that sort of football. Spurs did it in the 4-0 win at the Etihad. We've seen sides do it successfully, so I don't blame Plymouth for trying it. But the out ball is just nowhere near good enough at the minute. And City get an opportunity to come back again. De Bruyne at edge of the area, gets it out here to Bernardo Silva, whipped in, free as a bird. Gundogan, saved by Hazard. Should have been 1-0 there, Gundo, mate. If anything, I don't think he realised how much time he had. I think he could have brought this down on his chest and volleyed it. Shocking marking at the back from Plymouth, considering the numbers that are in there, the gap that appeared between the two centre-backs. And Gundogan, free as a bird, nods it straight at Hazard. Probably couldn't have brought it down, to be honest, because the Maxi was on his back, actually. But still, I thought, he should be burying that. He should be burying that. He's not doing badly, is he, Gian? He's not doing badly, but I think 2 headers. First one over the bar. Second one straight at the goalkeeper. Third one is going in, mate. It's going in. Need to turn this fan off. Bloody freezing. I'm not a fan of Bernardo Silva on the right, by the way. I'm not a fan of it at all. I did think he came on the pitch and did all right against Spurs in a little, what was it, 20-minute, 15-minute cameo at Spurs. I thought he was okay when he came on for Gonzalez. I don't think the second half was great from City. Spurs came out with a little bit more purpose. But that first half, here you go, Bernardo, De Bruyne, corner ball again. City going to score it. We've got to get a goal before half-time here because we are on top here, surely. Surely we get the lead. The link is at the top, mate. Reese, McAtee, another corner. The link at the very top of the chat, it says something like support typical City and become a member. Click on that link. And then from that point on, it'll give you instructions as to, you get tiers to how much you want to pay. I think it's like $1.99 or $2.99 a month. I can't remember the money that was there. There's 2 tiers, and you get access to emojis that you can put in the chat. City players' faces, basically. De Bruyne, back post, Nathan Ake, straight into the hands of Hazard. All my life, Gian. Technically, longer than my life. Technically. Because my dad knew I was going to be a boy and therefore decided what my name was going to be before I was born. And 3 days or so, I think it was 3 days, before I was born, he registered me as a junior blue. Before I was even born. So I used to get birthday cards like earlier. They thought my birthday was like earlier than it was. And yeah, so technically I've been a City fan longer than I've been alive. Which is weird, isn't it? But yeah, all my life, mate. Oh yeah, I got a Don in the 99 kit today, aren't I? I should have wore the 98 kit, because I've got, you know, the really like bright blue 1988 kit. That's the kit that we wore in 1998, funnily enough. Not 98, 88. And that's the year I was born. And it's the last time that City faced Plymouth in the FA Cup. Funnily enough, 88. And we won 3-1. Main Road. Plymouth coming forward here, 21 minutes in, and Plymouth have got a throw-in deep in the Manchester City half, almost parallel with the edge of our area, so we got some defending to do for the first time in 22 minutes. No, 88. 88. I wish 98. Actually, no, I don't. Because I wouldn't have, I'm so glad I got to see how shit life could be as a City fan. Because it makes today feel so much sweeter. Long ball in, cleared by Gundogan, and Foden pokes it. And Bernardo Silva, awkward defending at the back there for City, but cleared it at least. Took 3 attempts one from Gundogan, one from Foden, and finally Bernardo Silva gets it out for a throw-in on the opposite side of the pitch. Pretty much, yeah. My mum and my dad are season ticket holders. They're there now. They'll be at the ground. And my mum was a United fan before she met my dad. And my dad was like, not happening. We're not getting married. We're not getting married unless you convert. Sort your life out and then we'll get married. So my mum sorted her life out. Became a City fan. I tried to do that with my missus, who is a season ticket holder at United. And she's still failing to sort her life out. Still a United fan. Oh, fuck off. Plymouth are in. Cleared by Nathan Ake. Jesus. Still 0-0. Come on. Ball over the top here for Foden to chase. Has he got the pace? He's in. No, he's not. A good bit of defending. Covering defending. Who is that? I can't pronounce his name. Pezigiolo Zigoloolo, I think his name is. Plagui Zuiolo, Zuilu, I think his name is. He got back, number 5, let's call him. Number 5. Plagui Zuiolo. Good bit of defending. Foden had Maxi beaten then. Little ball over the top, quick counter-attack and we were in, but he got back really well there. City back in an attacking shape with Rico in midfield. Need to see a bit more. I hope, Jack. I doubt it. We've gone too far the other way now. I remember on our first date with the missus, I said, we're going to have to sort something out with that, aren't we? And I remember saying something like that, and she was a little bit like, she never really denied it. And I thought, maybe there's a little bit of an opening there. I could possibly convert her. The more she got to know me, the more she hated me as a City fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, the more she stuck her feet in the ground. And so I must be an insufferable City fan. I think that's probably what I must seem like to United fans. So now she's like the biggest United fan ever. She was always, to be fair. Ball in from De Bruyne, deep post, Nathan Ake. What a bit of defending that was at the back post again. Who's that? It looked like a corner ball, and he's saying it shouldn't have been. It's him again. Number 5, let's call him. Let's call him Pleggy, actually. Let's call him Pleggy, because that's the first part of his surname. Great bit of defending at the back post there by Pleggy. How many corners have we had already? We swear we've had like 20 corners already. Hashman's not happy. He's not happy at all. Make sure you're hitting that like button, everybody. Ridiculous corner from James McAtee. Shocking. What a bad corner that was. Who the fuck's winning that? He just whipped it over everybody. Nathan Ake got bundled down to the ground by Pleggy. Sick of this Pleggy already, man. He's looking pretty good, to be honest. But 25 minutes gone and we've not scored. It grows the levels of concern a little bit, doesn't it? Makes you get a little bit... Are we going to need to bring on the absolute force of what we've got on that bench? Haaland, Savinho, Doku, Marmoush. It's almost a bit embarrassing if we have to bring on them to win the game. Because what's out there right now should win. He's got to be offside. Lino? Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the semi-automated offsides. Because I do like the idea. I like the concept. It's that wall, isn't it? Where you get to see, like, digitized versions of the players. It's crazy, isn't it? Technology. AI and everything. Where are we going? What's happening with the world? AI. Who thinks the world's going to end because of AI? I bet that a lot of people in the chat think we're all going to die because of AI. There's Jack. Hayes. Good, nice crisp pass from Vita Hayes out to Bernardo Silva. He's got 2 players to beat. Tried to go for the little nutmeg, and he's defended it well there. Big up to you, Douglas. Main Road, famously the widest pitch in the league. I forgot all about that, but here you go, lovely, what I want to. Go on, leave it, Gundo! He's at the post! Oh, you're shitting me. Oh, Gundo, mate. He's getting closer and closer. First 2 with his head, 1 over the bar. Second one right into the hands of Hazard. This time, a left foot. First time, half volley. Smashes the post. Looked like it was flying into that top corner. And the frame of the goal is still shaking. He absolutely rattled that. Oh, no. Don't do this to me. Surely we score before half-time, eh? Surely. Scott's not worried about AI. Isa is, though. It's affecting what I do, to be honest. It's affecting, like, the creative, if you can call being a football fan who shouts at a camera and swears and shouts and screams creative. It's quite a broad term, that, isn't it? Creative. When it's just some bloke shouting at a camera. But yeah, it does affect this industry because I think people are starting to like use AI in the YouTube space and lots of other spaces like this. And I think what's going to happen is with AI, we're going to depend on it to the point where all our resources we just depend on AI, like all our fuel and everything. Ball in, saved by Hazard. We just depend on it, like gas, electric, chemical, nuclear, everything's just all ran by AI, and eventually AI learns as much as it can possibly learn from planet Earth, and it doesn't kill us. It's not interested in harming us. It's just sapped planet Earth and humanity of everything, and then it doesn't need oxygen, so it'll be part of NASA as well. AI will just take off as an entity. AI will just go, see you later. I'm going to Jupiter to see what I can learn from planet Jupiter or learn from planet Mars, and it'll leave us in the shit, and we'll be sent back to the Stone Age because we depend on AI for everything. That's my end of the world scenario. I don't think it's going to be robots running around killing us. I don't think that. But that's my worst case scenario. I also think there's a lot of positives to AI, by the way, medicine and everything. We're achieving a lot of success with medicine, which is good. Anyway, football. What are we doing? Fucking AI taking over the world. Jack Grealish. He's been playing like AI at the minute, a little bit predictable. Ball into Nico O'Reilly on the edge of the area, gets it into Foden, back to O'Reilly. Grealish, thought about the left foot. Gives it away, Grealish. He's had a lot of the ball, Jack Grealish, and he's not done enough with it. Free kick there. Gundogan. Half an hour gone. City should be 1-0 up. Gundogan's he's cutting a very frustrated figure right now, Gundogan, because he should have bagged himself a goal in this game. He's just given away a foul as well. I don't know why, but is it the AI stuff? Talking bollocks. That's why, because I talk a lot of bollocks. A lot of bollocks. I think Doku would rinse them. AI implants. So like AI generate what? Like boobs? Like massive AI boobs. Big up AI. Big up. Big. Right, football. Let's go. Pleggy is having a throw in. Pep's sat down. Not looking happy. I don't know, Bertie. But this has not been clinical from City. In the final third, we've been getting into the final third, no problem. There's a throw in to defend. Nathan Ake's got to get under it, nods it up in the air. Still, eventually gets it clear. It's coming back, though. It's coming back. Bundu. They've got Ogbeta playing for them. Who remembers him? Well, didn't really play for City's first team, but part of the Manchester City Academy. He's on the ball now. Number 3, playing left wing back for Plymouth. Might want to prove a few City officials wrong who said you're not quite good enough for the first team. I think they were right because he's playing at Plymouth. So, yeah. They're actually knocking it around here. Bundu out to Sarionola. Sariono. Ball in was blocked by O'Reilly. I've not seen O'Reilly have a bad game at left back, by the way. I think every time he's played there about 3 times this season, I think he's been pretty good in all 3 of them. Been very good for me. He put in a vital bit of defending in the first 5 minutes against Leyton Orient, if you remember that. It was like goal line clearance. Another throw in for City to defend here. The way the game and the way the fucking season has been going, this is going to go, this is 1-0 Plymouth in a minute. If we're not careful here, ball in, flicked on, Gundogan gets it clear. Jesus. Can't be having this. Plymouth. Fucking Plymouth, Iptris. Even your little logo's like a Plymouth fan. It's got the green of Plymouth in your eye, Iptris. Closet Plymouth fan. Boo, Iptris. I'm joking, mate. I've seen you about a lot. I know you're a big blue. I'm joking. They've improved a little bit, haven't they? Reece, in the last 5 minutes, Plymouth have been quite good. They are. We've not really knocked it around, and Bernardo Silva with a strange pass gets away with it there. I think he was actually trying to just volley it all the way back to Ortega and start again, but he actually smashes it against the Plymouth player. Got away with that one. Here comes City though. Grealish, 2 to beat. Ball in from Grealish. Oh, nearly broke to McAtee. Oh, and then the header back from Katic was actually very impressive because he was on his knees. He was on his knees and he just nodded it down, nodded it back to Hazard while he's on his knees. Pretty cool bit of defending that. And it nearly broke to McAtee. And it was Pleggy again. He's fucking everywhere, that Pleggy, isn't he? Ball over the top. And Hayes gets it clear to Rico. Rico back to Hayes again. Back to Ortega. Ake. I'm getting a bit concerned here. Because not only have we not scored, the chances have dried up as well. We're not creating anything. Laid off to McAtee, who gets it. Is it me or the pass is just a little bit, you know, it's a bit disjointed, isn't it? It's just not like, it's not quite crisp. The passes are like up in the air, like just, they're not fizzed across the ground. It's like, it's frustrating football to watch. It's a little bit bobbly. Do you know what I mean? It's not like ping, ping, ping like it should be. You know, because there's space to play. Plymouth are not, you know, they're not set up brilliantly here. There has been plenty of opportunities for City to knock it around at a better standard than this. And it's just been a little bit bitty. The odd sloppy touch here and a pass that's like up in the air, like no need to get air on it, just keep it on the deck. These little details, and it's just hindering our overall football at the minute. And here come Plymouth, down the right side, ball across. Rico's got to get there. No, he doesn't. Back post. It's Mumba, back to Obte. We're in trouble here. Come on, City. It's Mumba. Ogbeta, back to, not sure who that lad is. Ogbeta, ball across, and Heist, and little, could have, speaking there, that might be a little bit of a breakdown in communication there, because the ball across by Ogbeta should have gone straight into the hands of Ortega. I'm pretty sure he would have shouted for it, but Heist took no chances and clears it for a corner. Big up, Alanis. City versus Spurs. Me not watching, there goes 1-0 up. Me start watching, no more goals. City versus Plymouth, me watching, no goals. I think I should stop watching live. Yeah, off you go, Alanis. Off you go. It is becoming an ongoing theme for you, isn't it? So, I'm joking, mate. I don't really believe in this. A lot of people said I've jinxed this game because I thought we were going to win. Ball in. It's 1-0 Plymouth. I can't believe the words that just came out of my fucking mouth. Can't believe. Some people think I've jinxed this. 1-0 Plymouth. Fuck off. Absolute. I'm not even fucking joking. It sounds like I'm taking the piss. There's absolute shit. A corner. We're in big fucking trouble now, City. Big fucking trouble. Going to be turning to the bench, which is what we shouldn't be doing this. And do you know what? It came from a situation that was so avoidable. Vita Hayes, if he just left that ball for Ortega, would be going up the other end of the pitch right now. It's 1-0 Plymouth. Fuck off. Are we getting knocked out by Plymouth at home? Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Captain Kringles, any news on Bob? No. Unfortunately, mate. I thought he would be back in Feb. Me too. It's not going quite as well for Bob right now. I'm just stunned by what I've just seen. What's happened to this team, man? Can't believe I said that. Jinx. Unbelievable, man. I hope he comes back soon, mate, because we need... The more players we have that of his level of ability, the better. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Jason Miaza, this feels like an MLS game. I don't know what that means, mate, to be honest. Don't watch much of the MLS. Does it feel slow? Is that would be my guess? A bit slow and sluggish, a little bit bitty, maybe. I don't know, but either way, if it's an MLS game, we're fucking losing it. It's 1-0 Plymouth, and I've not even sorted the score out. I need to show some respect to the Plymouth, to the mighty Green Army. Phil Foden, edge of the air. I can't believe what I'm doing here. I can't believe this shit. Bernardo Silva to the byline. Back post. How many chances have we wasted as well? Here we go. Another one to waste. Yep, it's wasted. De Bruyne. We're going to go down to the old... It's going to be the same commentary again now, isn't it? It's going to be the same commentary that's been happening all season. Ball in. Cleared. Ball in. It actually was. Ball in and cleared. Fucking ball in and cleared. Second ball in. Ball in. Cleared. Jammy Jam Jam. What a great name. Jammy Jam Jam says, wouldn't have happened if we had a strong lineup. You're absolutely right, Jammy Jam Jam. Ball in, and it's over the bar by Vita Hayes, trying to redeem himself after giving away a silly corner. The problem isn't just Vita Hayes, though. You defend the corner better than that. I need to have a look at it again. It was a great header by Maxi for the finish because it floated into that corner and Ortega just stood there and watched it nestle into that far net. But I don't know how we can prove it one way or the other, Jammy Jam. Jam. But it just feel like you put a bit more potency up front than James McAtee and Foden up front. You know, we signed Marmoush, who's meant to be the guy who plays up front when Haaland doesn't play up front. No, why not do that? Why not stick with that? Pep can't even control the ball now. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. Haaland not on bench, Church. Pretty sure he is. He is on the bench, according to this. Offside there, Plymouth. Fucking hell, 41 minutes gone. I can't believe this. Big up, Mullet. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, we do. I think we really do. I think Pep is going to get fucking lambasted by City fans if we get knocked out here for playing this team. It's so fucking obvious to... You just play your strong... Go on, Grealish, ball in, and it's a diving header. That's what we're going up against. De Bruyne smashes it over the bar, but claiming a deflection, he gets his wish. Corner ball that will be defended valiantly by Plymouth and cleared. So there's me jinxing it again, just to be... Come on, this is going to get cleared by Plymouth. Very easily. It's going to be a ball in, and there's going to be a big booming header from Maxi, and he's going to clear it. Ball in, cleared. It was actually Ake who... Is he injured? Don't do this to me. Another injury. And it was Maxi as well who actually... Oh, was it? No, it wasn't. It was Katic. Ake's limping. I don't believe it, man. We just make Maxi from Plymouth famous like Vita Gyökeres from Sporting. You didn't hear anything else after that City game about him. Lols. I think he was, I mean, a bit different, to be fair, but I know what your point is. But Victor Gyökeres was an absolute class act before he scored a hat-trick against us, and I think he's going to be playing for a big club soon. I do think that's... I know your point, though. We definitely helped put him on the map. Ball into De Bruyne was nice there, and he gets it back off Jack Grealish. De Bruyne left foot shot! Oh, no! It's gone wide! It's going to be one of them! It's going to be one of them! It's going to be a shitter! It's going to be a shit game! It's going to be shit, this. I can tell you right now. Fuck's sake. You're absolutely right. They are not a joke. I don't see... I never treated them as a corner as well. It must have took a deflection, whereas the keeper saved it. Foden with the ball. It's going to be cleared. 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 It's cleared. Rico. De Bruyne. Jack Grealish's touch, man. Fucking hell, Jack. He was fine. It got to Rico Lewis, but even he was like, oh, shit. Like, oh, fucking hell, man. Touch of a... Not even a wardrobe, but touch of a cushion. You know what I mean? But when you're trying to pass it, under-hitting everything. Come on, Jack. Ball out to McAtee. Free kick. Taking one to the bollocks here. James McAtee's caressing his testicles. Yeah, it's what, a knee to the bollocks. A knee to the bollocks for James McAtee. It's exact. Shadab saw it. Shadab's feeling it. I don't know why McAtee starts this game. Pep going off fucking celebrations. I love you, Pep. But what was the logic in playing McAtee in this game? Because he celebrated very well in the previous game. What is the thinking behind that? That's what he said. He said, I love their celebration, so I know they care. And it's like, yeah, that's a point. That doesn't warrant them a starting 11 spot in a game that, like, yeah, fucking hell, we need to win, mate. It's our only chance of silverware. You've got Marmouche sat there who's desperate to play. Ball in. Go on! Go on! Fucking yes! Can't believe I'm celebrating like this for a fucking equaliser against Plymouth! Fucking 1-1! Fucking come on, City! Nico! O'Reilly! Nico! Get back in that fucking dressing room and get bollocks. All of you. You need a fucking rocket up the arse, the lot of you. Absolute travesty to be celebrating a goal like this. 1-1. Should have been saved, to be honest. Hazard's disappointed with himself, but Nico O'Reilly doing the business. Jesus Christ. God, we've fallen, haven't we? How desperate are we to be like, 1-1, Plymouth. Win the game now. Just get the job done. Pep, change it at half-time. Just you've seen the danger. You've just been absolutely shot in the face with a warning shot. So clear as day. Warning shot. 1-0 down against Plymouth. And we scrape our way in at half-time. There goes the half-time whistle. We scrape ourselves back to level. Going to penalties. Extra time it'll be, won't it? What a crazy first half. I don't know why I'm surprised, though, because it's just the same story that's been happening all season. And it doesn't seem to matter the level of opposition. And I've just had deja vu. I've literally just had deja vu because I said that same sentence against Leyton Orient. I said the same thing. I remember now. It's just triggered a memory. I said the same thing against Leyton Orient. It doesn't matter the opposition. Do you know what I mean? Because you're thinking like, oh, well, you're against Premier League opposition. The Premier League have the ability to take their chances when they get them. You know, we dominate the ball, we create enough chances, we waste quite a lot of chances. The opposition go up the other end with one chance and they score. You know, and you think, okay, well, if that's happening against Premier League opposition, then they're going to have to do well to take their chances. How often a team's going to be able to consistently be able to take their chances against City and do it frequently when they get one, maybe two in a half of football? It's exactly what's just happened. It happened with it didn't even happen with Leyton Orient because they had more than one chance. They took one from the halfway line, yes, but they had more chances than that in the first half, which is and even that's a different story and a very worrying one. But still, one chance for Plymouth, 1-0 down, and then it took a set piece. Great ball in from Kevin De Bruyne, by the way, who's been prodding and probing a little bit from Kevin De Bruyne. Now gets his 18th assist in the FA Cup, because I think he's the number one FA Cup goal involved player since he made his debut in the tournament in January 2016. Kevin De Bruyne, before this game, had 9 goals and 17 assists. He's now got 18 assists in the FA Cup, and not enough FA Cup medals to hang on his wall or put in his drawer or wear to bed, whatever he does with it. I don't know. Whatever he does with it, he's not got enough. And he'll want this. He'll want it badly. Because I actually thought he came on against Leyton Orient and he won us the game, didn't he, against Leyton Orient? You know, it was a very positive output from Kevin De Bruyne in the second half against Leyton Orient. And here he is again, bailing us out and starting the game this time. He hasn't played that well in this game, but he's been probably the most threatening player for City. Jack Grealish needs to up his game big time, man. He really does, because I thought he played, by the way, Jack Grealish actually played very well against Leyton Orient. If I remember rightly, I gave him man of the match, because I thought he played very well. He got the assist for De Bruyne's goal as well, was a lovely little dink over the top before De Bruyne poked it round the keeper. But Jack Grealish, I feel like these moments here now are trying to establish yourself as a player for City next season. Are you going to be a City player next season when you drop in first half performances like this, which has been not shocking, it's just been a bit sloppy here and there, like passes to being underhit, and even he was like, he passed it, there was a moment where I got annoyed with him, was when he passed it to Rico and he underhit it, and you could tell he knew he underhit it because he started to chase his own pass, like, shit, I've underhit that. And that's just it encapsulates the performance of Jack Grealish, like a little bit uncertain, not quite crisp enough. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit sloppy is the word. At least we got KDB clutch, says Vish, 100%. He's bailed us out once again with a lovely delivery into the box. But Nico O'Reilly, I mean, we should be crediting him for getting on the end of it. I think we were unlucky, actually, to not score first, in fairness, because I think Gundogan, a header that he probably should have hit the target with first. The next header goes straight at Hazard, the goalkeeper. The one off the post, that's just unlucky, that really, isn't it? That was the one where you're thinking that makes it 1-0. But hey, you know, didn't go in the back of the net. And here we are, scraping by, getting a last minute equaliser before half-time whistle against bloody Plymouth. Why is Haaland benched 1 week until next game? Probably to rest him. The same reason, Captain Kringles, that he's been... why Marmoush isn't there. Same reason for me. I'm not happy about it, you know. I don't think it's a good thing. Let me just sort this clock out. Hang on, let me sort that out. What am I doing here? I mean, what would you do at half-time? If you're Pep, what are you doing? Let me know in the chat. What would you do now? I'm bursting for a wee. Right, chair. I want to hear some tactics from the chair. Let the chair know. What a load of shit that was, man. I can't believe it's 1-1. How are we doing this again? I can't believe it. left the bathroom window open with the light on. So now there's loads of little bugs flying about. Proper annoying. You know, there's little midgies flying everywhere. So shit. I hope so. Riju. Is it Raiju or Riju? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, mate. I think he should make at least one for me. As much as in my head I'm like, my easily excited side of me wants to get Marmouche on. I actually think it'd be more sensible to take to get Nico Gonzalez on. I think it'd be more sensible to do that and get a better level of control in that midfield and get him some important minutes. I'm not sure that's going to, like, I don't know, take Gundogan off because I don't think he's actually played that badly, Gundogan, but I just feel like it's just someone who needs minutes, needs to get used to playing for City. And it's a good opportunity for him to control that midfield. And I mean, the guy's got a ridiculous passing accuracy, so it's not like it's going to be a major problem for us. But yeah, I think we do need a bigger goal threat as well. So I just don't think Pep does two changes at half-time. But if you were to change someone in that front four, if you're thinking McAtee, Foden, Bernardo Silva and Grealish, I'd be thinking about Doku for Grealish, to be honest. Because I don't think Plymouth could live with Jeremy Doku right now. The previous two games, Jeremy Doku's been unplayable. He's been ridiculous. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I remember doing the stats after that game, and I've in all this time I've collated those stats. You know those little graphics that I do, and I put sometimes when it's like above 3, and I've never seen it above 3, dribbled past stats. I've never seen it above 3 by any one defender, not for the opposition anyway. I've always focused on City players, obviously, but just out of curiosity, I wanted to see Trent in that Liverpool game. If memory serves me, before the final whistle, it was over 10. Before the final whistle. Ridiculous amount of times. Jeremy Doku had him on toast, spreading him like a fine caviar. Battered him, in other words. Big up to Ryan. You're a regular donator, and I appreciate your support on the channel, mate. I think Bernardo played very poor. Plymouth keeper had a great save on that KDB shot. We've got this, says Ryan. Yeah, I think we surely have enough to go on and win this game. Please. And big up to you, Douglas, for gifting a membership. Thank you very much, Douglas. I really appreciate that. Who got it? Isa bags it. Enjoy that, Isa, mate. And I've lost a super chat somewhere. There you are. Moosin, is that how you pronounce it? Moosin. Why are City fans silent as usual? Secondly, is Pep still convinced by Gundogan and Burner? Do you mean at the ground? I presume you're watching it on TV. It's not full, is it? It's not full. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't expect the atmosphere to be great today. I think if you pick a different game, like I think the Liverpool game would probably had a better atmosphere than this. I am surprised in why he keeps picking Gundogan and Bernardo Silva in the same team, because it's just, whenever that's happened, it just doesn't seem to work. And even though a lot of the time the problem's been Bernardo Silva in midfield with Gundogan, this time Bernardo Silva's been shoved out wide and it's still not working. And I don't think those two individuals are actually to blame for everything. I just feel like there's just not enough potency going forward because we're getting into the final third. I'm more disappointed. I know everyone's having a go at Bernardo Silva and Gundogan. I'm more disappointed in Jack because I feel like he's had a lot of opportunities to do better in this game, like real opportunities. And it's just, yeah. And I know I think that people might not want to hear that, but it's just what I'm picking up from the game I'm watching. I just feel like Jack's had a lot of the ball and not done enough with it. I like to think he'll do better in the second half, and he probably will get the chance to do that. But it'll be interesting to see what Pep does in the second half if he makes some changes. Payload Geek, you can become a member by clicking on the link at the pinned comment at the top of the chat. There's a little statement from me that says support Typical City and become a member. The link is next to it. Click on that, go in there, and there will be some instructions to follow that make it pretty simple to follow if you If you want to do that, it'd be appreciated, mate. Thank you very much. Elanis, thank you for your super chat, mate. Grealish is done as a winger, but he can probably offer. I've always wanted him to come inside. I've always wanted him to see more, because he's got that hold-up play, hasn't he? He doesn't lose the ball. You know, and it's not a trait you want to associate with a winger. You want to associate that with a midfielder who doesn't lose the ball. You don't want wingers. Your wingers tend to lose the ball because they try things. They try the audacious things, don't they? Wingers that want to take on their fullback, yeah, they might not take him on every time. Apart from Doku, who's just like a ridiculous ratio of dribble attempts and dribble successful. He's ridiculous. But yeah, Savinho, I think he got, was it 3 out of 7? Against Spurs, but you know, yeah, he gives it away, but it's trying things, because those 3 give us an opportunity to score. Jack doesn't take on his fullback enough for me, and I think it just frustrates me. And today he's had real opportunities to do better things than he's done, and he's found a couple of passes here and there, and he tends to like do that thing where he shapes his body looking for a pass to the edge of the area. And they've actually been on, and he's passed it to someone, and the shot hasn't quite worked. I'm pretty sure Foden put one wide. Could have been a Jack Grealish assist. But there's been other moments where Jack Grealish should have done more for me, and like been a bit more purposeful, been better with his touch, things like that. Just, yeah. So I might be picking on him and being a bit harsh, but I do feel like, what have you said anyway? He can probably offer more than Gundogan as a midfielder. Bring Doku in to secure the game, and we might actually lose. Or we might actually lose. Big difference in and or in there, wasn't there? But yeah, appreciate the support, mate. Thank you very much. Just a little thought to chuck into all this depressive chat. How many beers you on, Mullet? How many beers you on? It was 6 last time I saw you, wasn't it? But nice positive thinking there. And I agree, he's been nice and silky. Just to put a nice depressive spin on it, he gave the corner away that resulted in Plymouth 1-0. Just put a depressive spin on it. Oh, well done, Mullet, mate. Fair play, mate. But no, yeah, I do like what I see. And the thing is, the corner should have been defended. You know what I mean? As much as he did, he should have heard Ortega. Ortega should be shouting for it. We can't. I can't hear it because I haven't got the audio. But I do feel like if he'd left that would have been Ortega's ball, and it wouldn't have been a corner to defend. Even though he did what he did, he probably play. I would rather my defender do that than not get a shout and leave it, assuming that the goalkeeper's going to get it, and leave it for a centre forward to tap in. That's the safe thing to do for a defender. So going off the defender's playbook, that's actually the right thing to do, really. It's just at this level of the game, you expect communication to avoid things like that. Having said that, it happened. Set up shop, defend the corner. That's it. Defend it properly. Just pour. One corner. Fucking one. How many corners have we had as well? Ruben Diaz is coming on. That's got to be for Nathan Ake, I presume, because he was limping. So you play Nathan Ake. Another player that we need to start thinking about moving on. Nathan Ake, John Stones. I think we'll win this second half, but we've got to be a little bit more potent in that final third. We've got to do more. Be a bit more clinical. Second half underway. Plymouth kick us off. A lot of City fans still at the bar, clearly. There's way more empty seats than there were at the beginning of the game. So no changes for City other than Ruben Diaz on for Ake. Great tackle by Vita Hayes there. Nice and strong early on. Ball down the left side for Plymouth. It's so bad. It's just injuries, isn't it? The guy, they're both absolute class act defenders. John Stones and Nathan Ake have been unbelievable servants for City. Throwing in for Plymouth, flicked on again, but free kick given by the referee. Saw a little push in there. Yeah, they've been class, haven't they, Nathan Ake and John Stones? But they're both... Nathan Ake's over 30 now. I think... Oh, he's about to be. I think he might be 29 still, Nathan Ake, actually. Which is crazy considering how injury-prone he is for someone who's not even got over 30 yet. John Stones is on the wrong side of 30 now, isn't he? Out for the season. He could need surgery, John Stones. And it's not knocking the players, it's not knocking the ability, it's knocking the availability. There's a difference. There's no problem with ability. You've got to be there, you've got to be available. It's so important. We've had a lot of injuries this season. A lot. Ball into Foden. Nico O'Reilly. Back to Ruben Diaz, first touch of the game. Phil Foden's in the house. Go and get yourself a goal, Phil. But I agree with what you said, mate. I do think... listen, I love Pep. And I do think he went a bit too casual with the starting 11. Go on, Jackie boy. Ball across. Oh, it's gone through everybody. Bernardo Silva was stretching out a left boot to try and keep it in action. Keep it in that penalty area. But Jack Grealish just went for it, hard and low, got to the byline. That's what we need to see, Jack. We need to see more of that. Stop chopping onto your right foot and give it a go. Take him on. Go to your left foot. You trust yourself. Trust your ability, Jack. He did exactly that. He trusted himself, got to the left, onto the left foot. Byline, hard and low cross, dangerous. Could have gone anywhere, that. Big up, Captain Kringles. I think Grealish is an inspirational player. He is one of them who inspire the whole team. Great team spirit. That is one of his big attributes to the team and maybe why he is still in the squad, I think. I think he's a player favourite, isn't he? I think a fan favourite. A lot of fans love him as well. There's no questioning the personality of Jack Grealish. And I do think he gets a lot of harsh words said about him just because he likes to have a little drink when we win a Premier League title or a treble. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was a bit loud, wasn't he, putting on high vis, but that's funny. I think that's funny. You know what I mean? He's having a good time. Fair play to him. It's like when he crosses the white line and he puts on a City shirt, he doesn't act like a drunk and it's like he's a fucking party animal who doesn't give a shit. He works his socks off. That's all you want. There's no question in the attitude of Jack Grealish. I just think there's his style of play for what we want. It doesn't tick enough boxes for me. And if you want him to play in this squad, I feel like you should just push him in midfield a little bit, tuck him inside, get him behind Haaland, and play him in the De Bruyne role today. But I mean, De Bruyne is playing there today, and I'm glad he is because he's got himself an assist. But play him arguably where Foden's playing or McAtee's playing. Play him there and get Doku out here, feeding Jack Grealish in the middle. Here he is. Go on, Jack. He doesn't scare fullbacks, Jack Grealish, does he? He baits them. He's giving it away there. That's what he's very good at. He baits them over. He draws players over, and what that does is create a nice pocket of space inside, because Jack Grealish is hopefully baited over one, maybe even two players over. But I'd argue Jeremy Doku can bait people over, because the only way to stop Jeremy Doku is double team. So what Jack Grealish offers, and gets a lot of credit for, is that ability to hold up play. I think Savinho and Doku can do that as well. But they also have that tool in their toolbox to just explode and beat their fullback, get to the byline. Their problem is end product. They don't cross the ball accurately enough. They don't find a blue shirt, which I think Jack Grealish, if he had the dribbling ability of Doku, but the finesse of his own finesse, his own ability to cross the ball, because I think he's a better deliverer of a football than both Savinho and Doku. But he doesn't get in positions, dangerous enough positions to do it. So it's so frustrating to have these ability players that are just not, here you go, Gundogan, lovely. Go on, Gundo, to the byline. Bernardo Silva, oh, it's saved by Hazard. What a run from Gundogan. What a run that was. Just ghosted into the penalty area. Haaland's warming up. That was brilliant from Gundogan, wasn't it, Mullet? And big up Captain Kringles for that super chat, mate. That was a really kind donation. He's not playing. He's not even on bench today, which is weird, isn't it? Kusanov. Foden. He's ghosted through this game a little bit, hasn't he, Foden? He's not done much. That one shot in the first half that was deflected wide of the post, that's about it for Phil Foden. McAtee, what's not really had much to say about McAtee. And Bernardo Silva did everything he could, really, with that shot, with that cross from Gundogan. Gundogan just bursting past about 3 Plymouth players to the point where he showed a bit of speed we've not seen all season, arguably, from Ilkay Gundogan there. To get to the byline, cuts it back to Bernardo Silva, but it comes at him so quickly. Bernardo Silva's got to sort his feet out and just like guides it with his right foot. And that's about all he could do, really, considering the speed of the cross. And it was saved by Hazard. Grealish is a foul magnet, so put him in the middle, win free kicks close to the goal, over and over, but Pep see what Pep sees. Yeah, I've never been a big guy on about like winning free kicks. Like, I think winning free kicks is okay, but it's like, well, I mean, right now, Marmouche and De Bruyne really are our. I think Gundogan's a reasonable free kick taker. Are we that good at set pieces that we should be happy that we've got a player that wins them? Because we've had about 30 corners in this game, and we've done absolutely nothing with it. So while I agree that winning free kicks it can be a valuable trait, Vita Hayes is fouled there, but they're going to say play on, are they? No, they're not. Bundu, Vita Hayes could be in the book here. I'm surprised he's not booked him for that. It was a bit of a... Not quite as bad as Maddison the other day against Spurs. How bad was that, man? I was so annoyed. I was fucking... How many City fans, by the way, and I'm sure you were the same, when Maddison did that, fuck off! Oh, no! But I immediately stopped myself and thought, yeah, Nico Gonzalez on Vinicius Jr. I was like, yeah, kind of... He just revealed his arse to the world. He took his pants off, mate. Do you know what I mean? So while we're complaining about what Maddison did, I had no problem with what Nico Gonzalez did to Vinicius Jr. It was much worse, if anything, to be honest. So, yeah, we've got short memories, haven't we, City fans? Well, fans, football fans in general. Who are the fucking contenders? Do you know what I mean? Crazy. I saw it, mate. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Who was the competition? A spade. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. Cole Palmer. Sexiest footballer. Where's that come from? And who go on, ball in. Oh, it's cleared. That was crazy, man. You just think about it. We've got a couple in our squad that genuinely... Oh, a lovely little flick there from Bernardo Silva, but he's still not beating his man. But gets the ball in, and it's cleared. Going to be another corner, which is going to be cleared. What was the criteria for sexiest footballer? It made me chuckle when I saw it, man. Digital and Musty, chill out with the spamming, mate. Ball in from Foden, cleared at the near post. Yeah, Jack Grealish. I mean, he's a good-looking lad. I mean, if Cole Palmer's winning it, I think we should be putting in a case for Edison. Haaland. I mean, well, what's the criteria? Why we even talk? Why is it even a thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it even a thing? Was Jack in third? Imagine being Jack Grealish and hearing that. So who beat me? Cole Palmer did, mate. It's a robbery. It's the biggest robbery in football, that is. Anyway, come on, who gives a shit? Seen a lot of Anthony chat. It's because he's ripping it up for Real Betis right now. I don't think that's a coincidence, by the way. Go on, Jackie boy. Ball in. De Bruyne. Oh, lovely little turn from De Bruyne. But oh, Rico Lewis with the scissor volley there. I thought that was going to fly into the back of the net. Technique from Rico. Good little effort. Bit Paolo Di Canio-esque. Coming in late. Oh, if that goes in. If that goes in. Rico Lewis with a delightful effort. Gets it, smashes it over the bar. But, I mean, I'm going to give him praise just for the effort. Love that from Rico. If we lose Goldbridge, we'll have a party. Of course he will, mate. He's got nothing else to celebrate other than City's demise, has he? He's a United fan. And what's he got to celebrate? He could have another FA Cup to celebrate, which would be a disgrace if we get knocked out of this tournament before even having a chance to face United, getting knocked out by bloody Plymouth. At the minute, we're still in it. 1-1. And it's been all City, as you'd expect, so far in the second half. With City looking to... better. I think we've looked better in the final third. The ball's coming into the box. Look a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more closer to goal rather than being outside the edge of the area. And here's another opportunity. Jack Grealish cuts it back. Edge of the area is Rico Lewis, and Rico Lewis smashes it over the bar. That one is not a good-looking finish. That was an ugly, ugly finish from Rico Lewis. The first one was a lovely little jumping scissor kick volley. That one is a flag's gone up for offside here, but that was a poor finish from Rico Lewis. You cannot be missing the target there. Not even closed down. It's offside. It wouldn't have counted if he hit the target, but he got to be hitting the target there, Rico, mate. Oh, mate. Haaland is coming on. Jesus Christ. Haaland's on. Wowzers in my trousers. It's crazy that we've resorted to get Haaland on. With half an hour to go, Haaland's going to be getting on the end of these crosses that are coming into our box, posing a bit of a threat for Maxi and Katic and Pleggy to deal with. He really does, mate. Topical. That's why United are not relevant anymore. So you go with the hot hand. That's what Goldbridge does, doesn't he? He goes with the hand that is hot. And as much as he wants to deny it, that City are not a hot hand, why do you keep talking about us then? It's a hand to insult. That's what he wants. He wants it to laugh at. Go on, Jack. This is better from Jack Grealish. Much better. Ball in isn't great, but he's at least beating his fullback now. Broke to Bernardo Silva. Thought about the cross, decided against it. We're going to win this. We're going to get a goal soon. We're starting to push them back further and further. We are knocking on the Plymouth door. The big green army is starting to look a little bit more frail than they were in the first half. Jack Grealish holding up the play. He's going to get one of those free kicks that he likes to win. No, he doesn't. Gets it out to Nico. De Bruyne. Risky ball, but it breaks to Nico. Goes for the nutmeg, doesn't come off. Breaks out to Vita Hayes. Quick, sharp. Keeps the ball alive for City. Diaz into Gundo. Frankly, I'm disgusted. I heard your tone. I saw your face. I felt... Oh, Foden was going for the top corner then. I don't know how close he was, but his face says that it wasn't a million miles away. Oh, that looked close. I think this will be the angle. This will be the one. Oh, it's close. He's whipped that and he's not a million miles away at all. Betis are winning 2-1, says Games. But the GOAT didn't score. It's crazy how he's just banging goals and getting assists. and he was laughed out of Old Trafford, wasn't he? Do you know what I mean? He was shown the door and said, "Get out, mate. What a waste of money." Ball over the top here for Bundu to chase. Surely he's offside. Please tell me he's offside. Vita Hayes, flag goes up. Vita Hayes is not happy, throwing his arms at the linesman there. Let's have a look how obvious he was offside. He was very obviously offside, so I think the linesman can be a bit quicker than that. Substitutes for Plymouth coming up. I think they need them because they're looking a bit leggy. They've got a big squad as well. Oh, Nico O'Reilly's just booted one out there for a Plymouth throw-in. When I was doing the squad, it was there. Look at that. They've got a big squad. They've got quite a large number of players. Because I have to make these graphics. And I have to start from scratch for teams like Plymouth. Because obviously I don't have a catalogue of Plymouth player graphics. Who'd have thought that? In my spare time, I was like, just in case we play Plymouth, I'm going to make some Plymouth graphics. I do it as I go along, to be honest. So, yeah. De Bruyne's had a whack to the skull, and the referee's like, yeah, no probs. Get your fucking whistle in your gob, mate. He's blown. Bang in the back of the head, and he didn't even think about it. Like, of course, it's a head injury. Straight away, blow. Clear as day. It's an elbow. Oh, it's a bad one as well. Right into the back of your, behind your ear. You could just lip read De Bruyne then as he's back on his feet going, he's all right. He's wincing a little bit. I'm bursting for another pee, man. I'm going to have to go at some point. Drinking all this water because I've got a sore throat as well, so I'm trying to like lubricate it. Yeah, stop the spamming, please. Modders delete them, and then that's their warning that they get deleted. If they keep doing it, just block them. Don't keep doing it, mate. I've said hi. Stop it now, mate. No more spamming. Three substitutes for Plymouth. Beidou, Houghton and Al-Hajj coming on for Plymouth. No worries, mate. Apology accepted. 100%, man. Still 1-1. Still 1-1. Not seen Haaland touch the ball yet. He's been on for about 5 minutes. Need to start getting that ball into the box. Giving something for Plymouth to think about defensively. Hooked up in the air. Haaland can't go near that because I think he was offside. So all up in the air at the minute. Bit of head tennis. Bit of volley tennis at the minute. Back and forth between Plymouth. They'll love this. All day long. Get it on the deck. Bernardo Silva. He's got to go back to Ortega here. Start again. Start again. Ruben Diaz. Out to Nico O'Reilly. Come on. It's dried up a little bit. We were doing all right, to be fair. We started the game up until about the 60th minute. I was thinking we're going to score any minute now. Last 4 or 5 minutes. It's gone a bit bitty. I think those substitutions have sort of helped Plymouth, really. And City haven't really created much in the last 5 minutes. Jack Grealish coming inside. He's going to win a free kick there. Thanks, Mackie. Thanks, Johnny, for doing this. Come on, City. Fuck. I like how you ended that. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, and I enjoyed it. Cheers, Mackie. I love unnecessary swear words. I don't know why. It's just like out of the blue. Such a polite super chat. Thanks, Johnny, for doing this. Come on, City. Fuck. Oh, De Bruyne. The cameraman just decided to look at Haaland while this dodgy ball was being played across goal then. Thankfully, we've still got it. But I was waiting for the camera to go back to the action to find out whether we'd actually did have the ball or not. Because De Bruyne played a bit of a risky ball across the halfway line. Grealish. Much better second half from Jack Grealish, by the way. Much better. He's been, yeah, really pleased with what he's done this half so far, considering how he played in the first. Heiss. Out to Rico. Crossing opportunity. Chops it. Rico. Oh, it's broken to Gundo. No, off his knees. And Plymouth just pass it into an empty space to breathe for a few more seconds. City are coming back. Ruben Diaz getting involved. Get back there, mate. What are you doing? I remember against Arsenal, you know, in the 2-2, when John Stones at the end, that second half against 10-man Arsenal. Hang on a minute, Nico O'Reilly, ball across, hard and low, corner ball for City, again. I remember how deep Arsenal actually defended in that second half against City. It was just Kyle Walker's shot, Ruben Diaz shot, wasn't it? All game, that was it. Because we had no space whatsoever. And I just remember how Ruben Diaz and Kyle Walker were our creative players in that final 40 minutes against Arsenal. Until we got a corner. And we've got one now. And it's going to be De Bruyne. Takes it short. Well, not that short, but into Jack Grealish. Gets it back. First time ball in. De Bruyne! Oh, it's saved! Clever little effort. We've seen it before. De Bruyne has done that before. Very nearly comes off this time. Plays a short... Well, it's not a short corner, but he plays it like out to Jack Grealish, who's like quite deep on the corner of the edge of the area. First time back to De Bruyne, who's chasing his own pass. And then De Bruyne whips it first time, but going for goal because Hazard, the goalkeeper's drifted to the back post expecting a cross. This time De Bruyne whips it in near post. It's bobbling. Edge of the area. Foden, Port, and it's Haaland, and he smashed it over the bar. First touch of the game, I think, for Haaland. And he smashed it over the bar. And then does his trademark horse lips. Sorry, bro, I can't keep at it. Can't keep it at 2. Odd numbers only. Oh, is that for the super chats? Superstitious as you get, that, really, isn't it? That's very superstitious. But I appreciate it. You can draw the line there now. Is that 3? Yeah, it's number 3, that. So, nice and chill now for you. That's going to relieve your OCD. Appreciate it, though, mate. Here's Plymouth. Don't do this to me. Ryan, mate. Big up, Ryan. Heiss is a proper mini Diaz. He shouts at everyone. Yeah, he's been quite vocal, hasn't he? I must admit, you're absolutely right. He's been very, very vocal, including at the officials as well. And he's just won a big header as well, as I was saying his name. He's been good. He's been good, you know, and I really don't think we can blame him for what happened for the Plymouth goal because I think, yeah, it was an avoidable situation, but I mean, the corner should still be defended. Other than that, he's been near perfect, hasn't he? I think his calmness is what's impressed me most. And we could be looking at the other half of Manchester City's future centre-backs. That's a clever ball, that, isn't it? And it nearly came off from Jack Grealish. First time, you don't expect Jack to do that. First time, just whipping one right over the back of Plymouth's defence, looking for Haaland. Got them running back towards their own goal. We got a corner from it. It's taken quickly. Jack Grealish. De Bruyne. Shot. It's up. It's up in the air. It's overhead kick clearance on the edge of the area. Rico Lewis brings it under, switches it. Again, poor from Rico. Didn't get enough on it. Looking for Jack Grealish. De Bruyne, that's a City throw, referee. Yeah, it is. Taken quickly, Jack Grealish. Out for another throw. Alanis Aguero is out of surgery room. He's ballless now. What was it he said? What was it he said? That he's going to have his balls chopped off for something. If City didn't do something. I can't remember what it was now. I'm bursting for a wee. I'm going to have to go in a minute. Flores, mate. Over the bar! You're absolutely right. Can't believe I haven't said it. He said if Madrid beat us, he'd chop his balls off. Really well. Fucking hell. Like Elena's said. Testicles. Testicleless now. It's a very strange thing to say that, to be honest, because even on a good day, the chances of Real Madrid knocking us out, 50-50, even if we're at our best, it's Real Madrid. Like, why was he so certain? Grealish coming across. The midfield gets it out to Foden. Bernardo Silva now. We're trying to stretch him. We're switching it. And it's not quick switching it, though. That's the thing. It's easy to shift the defence across the pitch. If we're running the ball across the pitch, you've got to switch it quick. It's taking 5 or 6 passes to get that ball across to Bernardo Silva and then back to Grealish. You've got to switch it quicker than this. If you want to start stretching Plymouth, make them work. Ball in from De Bruyne to the back post and it's cleared. We're looking to tire them out. Prodding and probing at the minute for City. And you're hoping it comes off. But, yeah. Less than 20 minutes to go. Still 1-1. I think every single side that's left in the tournament is praying Plymouth can knock us out. Jack Grealish comes inside. It breaks to De Bruyne. Down this left side. Slows it down. De Bruyne left foot dink. It's blocked. He's going to let it roll out for another corner. How many have we had? My bladder's going to blow up in a minute. I need to go. Next time the ball goes out of play, I'm going to have to go. When you get shivers, when you get cold because you need a wee so badly. De Bruyne, ball in, is Rico. Whoa, that was an effort. That was side foot volley. Was travelling, kept it down, but there was just a sea of Plymouth players in the way. Next time there's a substitute or something. I can't handle this. How are we hanging on? Oh, not hanging on, but how are we not comfortably in the lead at this point of the game right now? It's so frustrating. Credit to Plymouth, because they've defended really well. Jack Grealish overhits that. It's a corner, though. I think we did well to get a corner. Maxi taking no prisoners in this game. Slides it out. How many have we actually had? Is it 16? 16 corners. Make it 17. I think it's Doku time now, isn't it? Piss off, mullet. Piss right off. Ball in. Haaland's cleared it. I don't know what he's done there, Haaland, but he's almost cleared it. It was an unbelievable cross from Kevin De Bruyne. That was a proper cross. Right on the money. No, it's not Haaland. I'll take it back. It came off the Plymouth player. I thought it came off Haaland. It's a handball, if anything. It's a handball. That's a handball, mate. He's sticking his hand up and blocking Haaland getting it. Have we got VAR? Because that's a handball, mate. That's a handball all day long. Are they looking at it? It's a handball, man. They're not going to give it because it's Plymouth. Fuck off, mate. Oh, it's Plymouth, so come on, let's feel sorry for them. Underdogs. It's a handball. That's 2 now where they should have had. 2 handballs in 1 game. Not even looked at. He's done that. He's put his hand across the ball with Haaland being here, and it's hit his arm. It's clearly like blocking the cross. Ball in this time, Nico. No. God, man, my fucking bladder, man. Jack Grealish. Haaland at the back post. Saved. Gotta be, for fuck's sake. How's Bernardo Silva missed that? How's he missed that? How have we not scored there? Hazard just stood there, the goalkeeper, thinking this is surely a goal, and it hits him. And then Bernardo Silva misses the most ridiculous fucking rebound ever. This time, corner ball in, up in the air. Taking another corner, apparently. What's going on? What's going on here, ref? What is that, man? Bernardo Silva's just missed. It actually must have took a deflection because it ended up being a corner. But still, how's that not gone in? Bernardo, Foden ball in. Nico O'Reilly makes it 2-1. Oh, my bladder. Thank you so much, Nico O'Reilly. I am bursting for a piss. Nico O'Reilly gets the second goal, and I can go for a massive celebratory piss. Let's go. Nico! Oh, it's 2-2. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Imagine. Oh, man. Nico O'Reilly doing the business. Big up Roy, gifting a membership. Who got that? Amazing Duck. Some great names in here today, by the way. Absolutely loving the names. I want to see more names like this. Amazing Duck. What else we had? We had Jammy Jam Jam. I'm a big fan of Mullet Daddy. I actually like that name. Captain Kringles is a great name. Superb. Plymouth on the attack. And he did it again as well. Big up. Gary gets it. Not quite as creative, that one. Gary. As Amazing Duck or Jammy Jam Jam. Just Gary. Big up Gary and big up Roy as well. Gary and Roy doing the business. Thank you, Roy. Appreciate that, mate. Uh, 2-1 City. Oh, that feels better in so many ways. Personally, my personal situation with the old bladder, so much better. The scoreline, infinitely better than 1-1. But a long way to go. A long way to go. Nico O'Reilly getting 2 goals. Ruben Diaz a bit casually there, thinking he was offside. Mate, you're not the one who should be holding your hand up there. Vita Heist was behind you. Ruben Diaz was just doing that offside, and it was like, nah, there's a deeper line than you. Oh, professional idiot, mate. Also, fantastic name. Professional idiot. There's some good ones. Oh, big up to you, mate. That's very, very kind of you. Really appreciate that, mate. There's a lot of generosity in the chat. And there's a lot of fantastic people in this community now. And I'm really, really enjoying the community. It's a lot of fun to talk to you guys. It really is. When I first started, I must admit, I used to get nervous for these watch-alongs. I don't get that nervous anymore. I get more excited than anything. Which is definitely a good thing, I think. Definitely a good sign. Plymouth subs coming on. They can hold their heads high today, because, I mean, they've done... they've defended very well today. If they come away with a 2-1 loss, you know, they've got nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever. Big up Captain Kringles, mate. Again, another gifted membership. Hannah bags it. Big up to you, Hannah, as well. Hope you're all good. Look at this guy. Look at this twat. Look at that knob. I would like to see Savinho GM. I would like to see him now. I'd like to see a third goal now, wouldn't you? I don't think we should be running crazy to go and get it. We should be pragmatic, think it through. You know, let's not send everyone forward. Just play like we were playing, you know, keep them pinned back. Game management is definitely key. Should be the priority, but there's no reason to think we shouldn't go and get a third and really kill the game off. Foden's in a nice little pocket there. And it's Nico Gonzalez who's going to be coming on for City. Who for is probably Gundogan, you'd think. Forest next. That's a big game, innit? Big game. Forest. Already beaten them. It was crazy that we beat them 3-0. When we beat them 3-0, we were in the middle of the shittest run ever. And it really felt like that was it, 3-0. Well, we've turned a corner. And then we carried on being crap after that. And I'd argue we've not turned a corner all season. And it wasn't a great ball. Oh, Rico couldn't bring it under his spell. But what? Hey, I was nailing Jack Grealish at half time. And you hold your hands up when a guy comes on and plays like he's played in this second half, because he's been much better, much more positive. He's taken on his fullback. His touches have been good. That was a great ball to Rico. Just couldn't quite bring it under control. He's linked up really well with De Bruyne, Jack Grealish has, in this second half. Nothing's really come of it in terms of goals, but it's just been better. It's just like it's easier on the eye and more threatening. Ball back with Ortega. Oh, that's very kind, mate. Games, thank you very much. Yes. He's been really good. He's been really good, Nico O'Reilly. And not just because he's scored 2. It's very easy to go, yeah, he's brilliant. He scored 2 goals. He's played really good. I'm not ignoring you, mate. Foden. Off. Nico Gonzalez on. Presumably to push Gundo a little bit further forward. I think Gundogan's played well today. I know he's not everyone's favourite at the minute. I actually think he's been one of our best players, Gundogan in midfield. From start to finish, he should have scored in the first half, hit the post. Was a bit wasteful with that one header. Rico with a bit of a dodgy ball there, but Bernardo Silva gets back and gives the throw-in away, does he? Or does he win the throw? Yeah, he wins the throw-in. Yeah, De Bruyne has been very good as well. Ortega. Shocking pass from Ortega. Gets a round of applause off Ruben Diaz. More of a never mind clap than well done, surely, because that was crap. I don't know. Couldn't have been any other sort of applause than keep going, mate. Don't worry about it, sort of applause. Not like, that was brilliant, mate. Do that again. Boot it out for a throw-in in a really dangerous position for Plymouth to try and get an equaliser. I doubt it was that sort of clap, because here comes the ball in to defend. It's flicked on, and I don't believe it. No, it's going to be cleared. It's been sent away from goal here. Jesus Christ. One mistake from Ortega like that puts us under pressure like this now. Back post. Ruben Diaz nods it away to Jack Grealish. Calm as you like from Jack Grealish. Gets it back to Nico O'Reilly, who slips as he tries to clear it, but he smashes it off a Plymouth player and out for a throw-in to City. Spot on. Nico Gonzalez on. I'm buzzing for Nico O'Reilly. 2 Nicos, 1 Rico. Gundo, Nico, Rico. Another Nico. Got lots of O's. The O's. And we've beaten the O's already. Leyton Orient, they're known as the O's. Yeah, a little bit like that. I know what you mean, Douglas, the way you said whisper it. Because he's not been bad, Bernardo. I actually think he's been all right on that right side. He's not done anything like Jack for me. I think Jack's first half was not good enough for me. Second half, he's massively upped his game. I don't think Bernardo Silva has dropped to a bad standard at any point in this game. He's been quite clever with what he's done in this game. His hold-up play has been good. His work rate has been really good as well. Just then, a minute ago, when he won a throw-in, it was a really dodgy pass from Rico, who tried to volley it round the corner, not really knowing, playing it blindly, thinking Bernardo Silva was there when he wasn't. Bernardo Silva got back and won the throw-in. So a little example of what Bernardo Silva has been doing in this game is just decent work rate. Nothing scintillating to get excited about. So I agree with the term whisper it. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But Gundogan, yeah, there's nothing, you don't need to whisper Gundogan in this game because I think he's been very good. Just the whole thing, though, is just so frustrating that we went 1-0 down, though, isn't it? It's just so annoying how we can control a game like that and then bang, 1-0. It's a foul, is it? Yeah. 3.5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. City should see out the game from this point. Real Madrid lost. Good. Anthony Ballon d'Or. Here's Bernardo. Surrounded by Plymouth players. Back to Hayes. Back to Nico. Going back to Ortega. No, it's not. Ruben Diaz. I think you've got to give man of the match to Nico O'Reilly, haven't you? Gundogan. Rico was just fouled so obviously there. Ball switched to Jack Grealish. De Bruyne goes on the overlap, gets it off Jack. Go on. Saved by Hazard. Palms it away into an area that could have been dangerous, but Plymouth players were there to clear it. Hayes back to Ortega. Ortega out to Rico. Buzzing, Jason. Because you put the wrong number in. Really? Well, so you made a mistake on the betting slip? That's buzzing, mate. That's a win, that is. Why are you telling people that? You should have just said, I knew what I was doing. I'm a genius. I saw it coming. I saw Liverpool had switched off. They thought they were going to bag a treble and I just knew they wouldn't. Rico's been fouled a couple of times here in the last couple of minutes. And Jack Grealish down this left-hand side, drawn over a couple of Plymouth players, comes back inside onto his right foot and goes back to Ruben Diaz. And when we're winning the game, you don't really mind this slow, methodical football from City because we're winning the game. And Nico Gonzalez with a silly touch there in midfield. Plymouth have got an opportunity here. Coming down the left, Nico Gonzalez, ball in here. We're in Al-Hajj into the penalty area. Just clear your lines, lads, clear your lines. Communicate. Fucking Ortega should be coming out quicker than that. He got it cleared. We're sorted. We're safe. But Jesus Christ. Nico Gonzalez with one sloppy touch, bang. Plymouth in, coming down the left side. And somehow we made a meal of it in actually getting the ball cleared eventually. But it was actually De Bruyne who got back and intercepted the cross. Here you go. Haaland's in. Hazard, is he coming out? Haaland's in one-on-one. It's an awkward angle. Haaland saved by Hazard again. But he's broken back to Haaland. He could have another crack at it. Ball across. Kevin De Bruyne makes it 3 and gets the goal he massively deserves in this game. Kevin De Bruyne sends Manchester City into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Let's go! Come on, City. Let's go and get this fucking trophy. Let's do this. Great ball from Gundogan to Haaland in the first place. Haaland was sort of slipping with his finish. It was an acute angle for Haaland. It's not quite the angle he probably wanted, but he redeems himself very, very well there, Haaland, because the one-on-one opportunity broke back to him from the save from Hazard. And he had all the space in the world, all the time in the world, Haaland, and just waits for the run of Kevin De Bruyne, who's coming right through the middle of Plymouth's penalty area and arrives late into the 6-yard box. Haaland just squares it. De Bruyne taps it into the empty net with the outside of his boot. 3-1. 5 minutes of injury time added on. It makes it a little bit better on the eyes as well, that scoreline. Do you know what I mean? Because 2-1, yeah, wasn't exactly convincing, is it? 2-1 against Plymouth at home. But 3-1 makes it look a little bit better, doesn't it? And big up Nico O'Reilly. 2 headers. That second one was big. That was big, powerful. Pushed his defender who's trying to mark him out of the game. Just get off me, mate. Smashes it into the back post. Love that from Nico O'Reilly. Could make it 4 here. Because there's space. Oh, lovely. Bernardo Silva with a lovely little flick. Sprays it. Oh, and he gives it away. It was an opportunity to send Jack away with only one defender to beat there. But the flick before it from Bernardo Silva was brilliant. Lovely little bit of skill that from Bernardo Silva. Really good. I wouldn't go as far to say as I feel sorry for Plymouth, but I certainly would say they've played well enough to walk away from this game proud of themselves, I think. It's fair to say. I don't think they deserve to win or even get to penalties or anything. I think they deserve to lose. But, you know, they've certainly not embarrassed themselves by any stretch of the imagination. And they've posed a little bit of a threat here and there. Here and there. Not often, but occasionally coming forward with a little bit of purpose. It made me a bit worried. Phil Foden is going to be like Rushford. That's funny, super chat that. Phil Foden is going to be like Rushford. It's like PES names. It's like Pro Evolution Soccer names, that. Big up, I know what you mean, mate. And I don't agree with you either. I think he's better than Rashford. He's got a better attitude than Rashford. Though this season... How much does Rashford suit being in a Villa shirt? He looked like he's been there for ages. I don't know why. It feels like an appropriate club for Rashford. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I just feel like, man, it kind of suits it. Kind of suits it. It was London Blue, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. It was Manchester Blue. Jack Grealish is coming through here. Go on, Jack. Finish the game off. Into Haaland. Lays it off to De Bruyne. Outside of the boot. Right foot cross. Oh, what a goal that would have been. But it's not. It's not a goal. But what a goal it would have been. But it's not a goal. But it would have been a really good one. But it's not a goal. Big up Captain Kringles. Congrats with the win. Coming from a Liverpool fan. You're a Liverpool fan. Are you having a laugh? This whole time you've been a Liverpool fan. Are you for real? I thought you were a City fan. I've been speaking for ages. For like nearly a whole year. And you're a Liverpool fan? Are you for real? What the fuck, Captain Kringles? I feel like I've been catfished. Feel a bit used. Feel like I really enjoy you, mate. And your super chats and your support, your comments in the chat have always been positive, and you've been a lovely, lovely man to speak to. And you're a Scouser. I feel uncomfortable. That's crazy. I had no idea you were a Liverpool fan. It's like you've just taken the mask off all of a sudden. Full-time whistle is gone, but I'm just still stunned. We're talking about nearly a year-long relationship we've developed here, Captain Kringles. It's been like nearly a year we've been speaking. And this whole time I've been talking to you like fully of the assumption that you're a Manchester City fan. And you're not. I think I might call the stream there, really. We've won the game, but it doesn't feel like a win anymore. Feels like a loss, if anything. I feel like I've lost a very close friend. You've not even responded, Captain Kringles, either. I'm still waiting to hear your explanation for yourself. I'm hoping it's a joke or something. I'm absolutely... I don't know. Just a bit upset, really. You can fuck off if you're a United fan. You were asking if I was ignoring you before. Now I'm going to carry on ignoring you now. But we need to return to the problem. I'm genuine, like a year-long relationship we've had here. Is anyone else not a City fan that we've been speaking to? I feel like what's going on? I mean, there was an Ipswich fan but his name is that random Ipswich fan. I remember him. Don't even do it to me. Don't even do it to me. Mullet. Don't even turn on me now. I'm still waiting for the response, Captain. Captain Scouse. Where are you? Where are you? Delia Smith. Let's be having you. Where are you? Thank fuck for that, David. It's just a chat full of fucking Liverpool fans and Arsenal fans who've pretended to be City fans for a year. Unbelievable. Big up Professional Idiot. I came from LB's channel, who was at the game today. Was he at the game today? Oh, I'm jealous, mate. Jealous of LB. And big up to you for joining Typical City in his absence. And big up to LB and his channel. And anyone who's normally watching LB's channel, who is here today. Thank you for joining Typical City today. I hope you're City fans. That's the main theme that I'm leaving with here. That I hope you are actually who you say you are. I mean, are you even an idiot? Are you even a professional idiot? Are you some sort of intermediate idiot? Some sort of a mediocre idiot? Not even professional idiot. Who knows anymore? I have no faith in the chat after what Captain Kringles has done today. I really did. Can't believe it. I'm genuinely, as much as it's funny and crazy, I'm fucking messed up by that. Do you know what I mean? And I still love you, Captain Kringles, and you're still more than welcome here, by the way, because I know I'm... He's spoken. It's Captain Kringles. What's he saying? Of course, I just like my Norwegian brothers. But I'm a closet City fan at this point. Your channel and Pep, the club is my heart, is Valerenga always. I'm so torn. I'm so confused. I don't know what to think. I had no idea you're a Liverpool fan. I think we need to pull the string off now. I think you've got an opportunity to convert, Captain Kringles. And I think the chat, myself, we are going to roll out the blue carpet for you and allow you to make the conversion. I don't know how we go about it. I don't know what we're going to do to achieve a level of trust between yourself and me again. Baby steps are what required, little stepping stones to get back the relationship that once was. It's a bitter pill to swallow to find out that you're a Liverpool fan after so many wonderful streams and super chats, very generous super chats as well, and very positive for City. That's what hurts more than anything. Is I had absolutely no fucking idea. I genuinely thought you were like a proper diehard City fan. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I appreciate you. But, yeah. It's like, we've beaten Plymouth today, by the way, but that's taken a back seat. That's taken an absolute back seat in this situation. Because I'm just, who else is in the chat? No. Big up Professional Idiot for becoming a Typical City supporter, mate. Really appreciate that, mate. I remember you actually. Weren't you on City Extra? I remember because I used to. I haven't watched City Extra in obviously ages because they don't make videos anymore, which is a shame, by the way. Real shame. I hope they start making content again. But I remember it like years ago when I watched City Extra, and I remember your name now, and I'm pretty sure you used to pop up there. You're a big donator on there, so big up to you, mate. You've obviously been on YouTube City content for quite some time, mate. So good to see you becoming a member on my channel, mate. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Alan, thank you very much for the super chat. He's been in here leaking our game plans to Liverpool. He has, hasn't he? Alan. Fucking right. Typical Scouser, isn't he? He's been stealing everything. Stealing. Hacking the typical City database. That's what he's been doing. Typical Scouser, mate. Captain Kringles, mate. I genuinely, I still love you, mate. I still love you. You know. So you went down a peg, but you're still, like, you're still in there as a human being to me. As much as Scousers tread there's a blurry line between a human being and a Scouser. Sorry. That's a bit much. That was a bit much. Took that a bit far. That went dark. That went dark quite quickly. Very quickly went dark, that. I know quite a few Scousers who are not going to be pleased with what I've just said there, but I'm sure they'll take it on the chin. Big up Vasco. I'm a Vasco da Gama fan here. In Brazil since the 90s, and City fan when it comes to European football since 2007. Manchester Music made me a City fan, so big up to you, Vasco. Appreciate that, mate. Just before the money came in as well, so you're officially not a Glory supporter, because 1 year before the money, no problemo. But I mean, without the money, no one would know about us. So I mean, I'm glad you're all here. Everyone's welcome. All City fans are welcome, apart from Captain Kringles. But no, he's still welcome. Big up Wesley. Thank you very much for the super chat. Keep up the great work. City till I die. City till we die, absolutely, mate. But we're into the quarterfinals. The draw is Monday, isn't it? Monday. Who are we going to get? Tomorrow is interesting because tomorrow you've got United Fulham, which I'm very excited for that game. I would be worried if I was a United fan, but you just know United are just going to bumble their way through it. They've bumbled their way through the last few fixtures, haven't they, United? With Everton away. How did they get a 2-2 in that situation? What are they examining here? They're showing the highlights. Apparently, City's second goal for Nico O'Reilly came off Ruben Diaz and shouldn't have been a corner. Well, are you going to examine the two handballs we should have had? Are you going to do that? No, you're going to scrutinise a pedantic decision that resulted in City getting a goal. Fine, yeah, okay. We'll go and examine the two handballs as well, because we should have had two penalties. You know, if you're going to get picky, get picky. Get properly picky. Typical, man. Yeah, how United got a 2-2 draw out of that Everton game, and then Ipswich. How they got a 3-2 win in that game with Ipswich. Again, I'm more annoyed with Ipswich, but they scraped through that Everton game, and you just know they're going to do it against Fulham as well. Be the worst side in that game, be poor, and somehow scrape through and get into the quarterfinals. I would have no problem. I don't want a Manchester Derby final again. Would that be 3 in a row? That would be 3 in a row, wouldn't it? A Manchester Derby final, 3 in a row. I've been bitten by a bug. It's because I left the window open. That's why. I left the window open with the light on in the bathroom, and now it's full of little bugs, and one's bit me. Anyway, Manchester Derby final. Can't be doing with that. I want to play them in the semis. No, even then, I don't want to play them in the semis because Wembley makes it neutral. I want to play them in the quarters, and I'll take them at home or away. I feel like at home, like we obviously have the advantage, but I would take them at Old Trafford because I don't think anyone's scared of going to Old Trafford anymore. Just Wembley, it changes everything when you're at Wembley, doesn't it? It makes it a more level playing field, I feel. No matter the opposition, I think it evens it up a bit more than it would have been had it not been at Wembley. Obviously, going to Old Trafford is an away game, but I feel like we're not scared of going there. They don't scare me, and we take a big pile of fans with us as well. We'd get a bigger allocation, don't forget. So we'd make some noise at that place. And I don't think we've got revenge on the cards right now as it is for the 2-1 loss at the Etihad in the league. We've still got to go there in the league to Old Trafford, and I think we'll go there and beat them. I really do. A Liverpool spy, but a good spy. Liverpool are good. Yeah, they're not good. They're not good. They're a good football side right now, but we're going to destroy them next season. Next season, we will be there. Dipdaff, welcome to the Typical City supporters, members, club mate. Massively appreciate that. Really do. Thank you very much. The clock's still going. Always is. I leave it running, don't I? Every game I forget. I'll put it on now before I go and order myself a Chinese. We mostly win the games which we concede first. Well, that's not a good ploy to go with future games, is it? Let's concede and then we'll win. But you're right, there has been a bit of a theme that we have come back. Not against Arsenal, though, because we went 1-0 down and lost 5-1 in that game. I thought it, and I thought, nah. Fucking Andrew Tate. No. No. A Chinese takeaway food. And I'm probably going to get chicken and sweet corn soup, salt and pepper chicken, chicken fried rice, and something else. Maybe crispy seaweed. But it's not really seaweed, is it? It's cabbage. It's cabbage at the end of the day that's laced with MSG. And it's wonderful. Old Trav. He's gone though, hasn't he? Ten Hag. Now it's Amarim's a fucking clown. I don't think he is, though. I wonder if Amarim's going to stay in the job for beyond next season. I do wonder. Because it's not going well for him right now, and his stubbornness at United is costing them points for me. And while I from a City point of view, you think about Pep coming in and it's like, no, well, I'm going to play Claudio Bravo, yeah, and he's going to struggle. We're going to play it out from the back. We're going to give away goals, but I'm going to stick to my ways because my ways are going to get us trophies. You know, and we all panicked when he started doing the playing out from the back and getting rid of Joe Hart. It's kind of what Amarim's doing right now. He's taking all of this criticism on the chin for the long-term goal of saying my ways will eventually succeed. The difference between the two clubs, though, is the hierarchies of the two clubs. We've got a football club and a structure that is set up to recruit top-class quality players and recruit the necessary players for the necessary jobs. Whereas I don't trust United to spend the money in the right ways, to give the tools that Amarim needs to achieve success. And I think that's where the two differences will be made between City's, Pep and City's journey and Amarim's and United's journey, where in reality I actually think Amarim's a very good manager. I think his track record was unbelievable at Sporting Lisbon. If you actually look at the numbers and what he was achieving in the game, even though it's in Portugal, yeah, I know it's Portugal, but he was achieving really, really high ratio of game to win to loss to draw ratio, like ridiculously high for anyone in that league. But yeah, obviously with the caveat that it was in Portugal, but still. And he's come here, and it's just the United way, isn't it? Like, they're just like, everything that goes there just goes there to die and rot and just crumble and fall apart. You know what I mean? Like, everything that goes down. And look at Anthony. Anthony goes there as superstar before he leaves. Let's spend 85 million on Anthony. Bring him in. Starts doing a little dance. Just like a top spinner. Just spinning. Shit. Complete shit. Spinning around, doing nothing. And he spins his way out of Old Trafford and starts scoring loads of goals for Real Betis. Like, that's hilarious. You just go, it's like it's a morgue, but Anthony's not actually died there. He's like a zombie who's come back to life and resurrected his career at Real Betis. That's a perfect example, Anthony, of someone who your career nearly died at Old Trafford, but you were young enough to get out of the club and go and succeed elsewhere. So, prime example. But anyway, yeah, enough about United. We've won. They've got a job on their hands tomorrow to knock Fulham out. But we are in the quarterfinals. I believe Bournemouth knocked out Wolves on penalties. because you guys in the chat updated me on that, which I was kind of hoping Wolves would be knocking out Bournemouth, because Bournemouth are not a side I want to play right now. And we've got to play them again, haven't we, in the league at the Etihad. So Bournemouth, I think Preston, everyone is wanting Preston. You know, Preston at home, I'll take that. Preston or United. They're the two teams that I would rather face, because you've got Newcastle Brighton tomorrow. That'll be a good game. I don't want to face either of them, because they're quite even, really. Home, quarterfinal. If you're at home, I feel like you've got the advantage, because I think at the Etihad we eventually tend to get the job done. It's just going away to any of them now is going to be a problem, and we're at a disadvantage. But yeah, any home tie, I'll take that. Preston or United would be my pick. But yeah, I don't want Brighton, don't want Newcastle, don't want Bournemouth. Villa, don't want them. You know, they've started playing well. Asensio yesterday getting a couple of goals as well. He's starting to look like a really good January signing for Aston Villa. So this is the focus now for City, isn't it? But Captain Crinkles, I still hope you'll finish. See, I swear to God, it wasn't you. I hope you will finish above Arsenal. Hate them. I don't remember you ever saying you. This is why I've been confused, because I swear to God, you always use the word we. I'm going to go back and watch all my watchalongs, which is going to take me fucking ages. But I'm going to establish the... maybe you've just been completely honest, and you have been saying you this whole time, and I've just missed it. I don't know. But it's like, I was just getting over it as well, and then you popped in a super chat and you reminded me of the pain that you've given me. But at least we share the Arsenal hatred. I think we've all we're all in the same boat for that, definitely, because Arsenal just like unbelievable. What a horrible club. Big up Professional Idiot. I was around for the City Extra days. Since they stopped streaming, I turned to It's LB. Occasionally I change my name, but keep professional in the name. I'm happy we got through with a convincing score. Me too, mate, very much so. And yeah, you've obviously been around for quite some time following the City YouTube community, which is... Obviously, I was inspired by a lot of people to do it, City Extra being one of them, seeing what they were doing, and enjoyed watching a few of their videos. And you've obviously been around for ages if you've been following them for that long. So big up to you for following the City community. Make sure you show love to others as well that are out there doing their thing, which is good. And then you drop that. I love being a plastic glory hunting American oil fan. If we get relegated, I'll switch to Chelsea. So, after all the love I just gave you, I'm presuming that's a massive dose of sarcasm in there, but after all that, yeah, Chelsea's the one, isn't it? They're the one we often get accused of, because it's Chelsea got the money and we got the money. They're the two shirts that often we have to swap if we're City fans. But I mean, I've been around for fucking 1988. I was born, and I've been a season ticket holder since 1991. So, well, I was until 2023, and then I packed it in to do this. But yeah, I'm happy for LB going to a game today, by the way. Obviously, for the sake of you coming in and joining in the chat, which is nice. But, I mean, I would like to go to a game at some point. That's the point I was trying to make, is I do miss going. And I'd like to pick a game maybe next season. But I think I'd record it. I think I might. Do you know what? I'm not sure I would. I don't know. Would I like to do a vlog? MCFC lad style. You know, he goes to the games and gets his camera out. It's not me, that. I'm not one to get my camera out in public like that. I think this is more my sort of thing, really. I don't think I'd go to a game and record it. I don't know, maybe. I think I'd just go and enjoy it, you know what I mean? And just not make it about the content, make it just like selfishly, I want to go and enjoy a game, that's it. Which I assume what LB has done today, so big up to LB and I hope he enjoyed it. He's got a win to celebrate at least, so massive. Into the quarterfinals we go. Blues, thank you very much for tuning in to Typical City today. Really, really appreciate it. We got the job done, ultimately. It was a little bit squeaky bum time in the first half. My personal circumstances are going to be very intermittent right now because There is no one in this house at the minute. All the rooms outside of this room have been cleared. So my family don't live here anymore. They live down the road, and I'm back and forth with this still being the office because the internet hasn't moved, and Sky, which is the TV package I have for anyone who's not in the UK, and how I watch the games is still sent to this house. So I have to stay here or use this as an office for the time being. And because of the back and forth, there's going to be the odd day where I might not be able to make a video in the next week or two, but I'm going to have a temporary office in the new house, the temporary house, for a couple of weeks. And then eventually we're moving permanently whenever the paperwork and all that stuff gets done, because we've had an offer accepted, which is really good news. It's taken a long time to get to this point. But yeah, I'm going to be moving into a house soon, which is a bit more permanent, and I'll have a new office then as well. So there's going to be 2 changes in the background in the next 3 months, I would say, hopefully quicker than that. But enjoy your Saturday nights, Blues. Go and enjoy yourselves, because we're into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Make sure you enjoy yourself tonight, because that's definitely what I'm going to do. Order myself a Chinese and enjoy that. Into the quarterfinals we go. Draw on Monday night. That'll be after the Nottingham-Ipswich game, which is interesting to see who we get. Make sure you're tuning in for any more typical City videos, and hit the like button. I haven't asked you to hit the like button the whole second half. I always forget. But hit the like button if you haven't already. If you've forgotten to do so, please do. Massively helps the channel. And AK's squeaking in a little super chat before I go. On to the next round, Jonny. Here we go. Big up to you, AK, mate. Thank you very much for that. On my way out the door, big up to you. You got a real problem with 60 FPS, haven't you, Straw Teeth, mate? I've seen you, mate. I can't do anything about it, mate. It's 60 FPS is a good thing to have. I know you. I'm sorry if you can't get it to work for you, but it is what it is, mate. I appreciate your support on the channel, because I know you've been around for a while, but you do keep complaining about 60 FPS. It's just one of those things, mate. Sorry, mate. 60 FPS it is, unfortunately. Anyway, enjoy your evenings, Blues, and Forest next. Yeah, big game, massively important for our chances of getting into the top 4. I'm wanting to overtake Arsenal, to be honest. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about they're crumbling a bit at the minute, Arsenal, because they look flaky, and I would argue that we look a little bit better in terms of like the way we play. At the minute, we certainly create more clinical chances. Their West Ham performance was shocking against West Ham. So if they carry on playing like that for the rest of the season, and how deflated they are as well right now, because we've kind of gone through we're not winning the league. We're over that now. You know, they're dealing with that feeling right now. So are they going to feel sorry for themselves going in for the rest of the season? What have they got to fight for now? Because it's like maintaining second place is quite an underwhelming finish to a season where you really thought you should be winning the league. Whereas we've won 4 in a row. So we came to terms with the idea we're not winning the league quite some time ago. So we're over it now, and we're focusing on finishing second would be brilliant. Bagging an FA Cup, which Arsenal can't do, just to remind them. And we could end up having a better season than them. And I'd argue, even if we finish behind them in the league and we win an FA Cup, we'd still have a better season, because silverware's silverware. It's better than nothing, isn't it? Big up everyone in the chat. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays, and I'll see you in the next one.